Chad, it's been a crazy morning already, Chad. It's been a crazy morning. NFL trade deadline day. We're here. We're live. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us in the chat. I started a little early. I know that I'm about 7 minutes earlier than I normally am with KCS and Live. And that's only because the Indianapolis Colts made a unreal trade. A trade that I'm frankly, I understand why they did it, but I think they vastly overpaid. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about here with this one. First, okay, let's just go ahead and throw this one up here. A lot to talk about KCS and Live.
Hell yeah!
Thank you everybody hanging out with me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Let me get my my screen. I thought I already shared my screen, but I guess not. Let me show this tweet. Sauce Gardner here. I know that, Jackie, I know you're in the chat saying, oh, he's not even worth one first. So Sauce has not played well recently. That was kind of my shock here, too. Adam Schefter, ESPN source says Colts are trading 2 first-round picks to the Jets for Sauce Gardner. First off, what a massive blockbuster trade here, chat. What a massive blockbuster trade. It is apparent that the Colts are going all in with Daniel Jones as their quarterback, and they are going all in to make a run this year. And they had a weakness on the defensive line. They had a weakness on the defensive secondary. Those were their 2 biggest weaknesses, were on the line and in the secondary. They didn't really have any, they can't get pressure, and they can't get coverage either. Bad combination. You'd like to have one or the other. Sauce Gardner is a player that is a blockbuster trade for the Indianapolis Colts. Chris Ballard, I've already seen it in the chat a couple times. Chris Ballard is doing something here to kind of, we know that his job is kind of on the line, right? So his job is going to rely on this move also in particular. 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner is a lot, chat. 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner is a lot. I say all this to say I understand why the Colts did this trade. I totally get it. I get it. I understand why it was done, why it was made. It's a lot to give up for a guy that you're also going to pay $40 million a year to. 2 first-round picks is a ton, guys. Plus that salary, yeah. I mean, that's just that's just a little too much in my opinion. What's up, everybody? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for joining us. I see a lot of the usual suspects in the chat. If we do get Chiefs news, what I'm going to do is we will start a new stream. There will be a new stream solely dedicated to the Chiefs news. So while we're here today, chat, I'm talking everything that's happened in the National Football League. Also, as I started this podcast, I believe Rasheed Shaheed was also traded. As I was going live, so we'll have that as well. Breaking news stream after 1 p.m. Yeah, look, I'd be down with that. Campbell Cook, thanks for the super chat, dude.
Hell yeah!
Do something. Yeah, 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner is a lot. I think this is a really good move by the New York Jets. And I think it's, and I understand why the Colts felt like they had to make the move, and the Jets were clearly in the driver's seat in this negotiation. Sauce hasn't played as well as he, started off his season, right? Or his career, his rookie year, he played really well. I don't know if he's necessarily been up to that. We'll see. I think this is good for the Colts, Jackie. I really do. Or, sorry, not the Colts. The Jets. I think this is good for the Jets. I actually think this is good business by the Jets. But again, I totally understand why the Colts did it. The Colts were kind of in a desperate spot where they had to do something. They got a lot of their corners on IR right now. I mean, Charvarius Ward ran into a dude. 2 first and an unnamed player. Claude, that's real. An unnamed player too. I didn't see that one. Damn. Maybe you can get Breece Hall for cheap. I see Dante over here. Shout out Dante.
Hell yeah!
I see Dante in the chat saying Breece Hall to the Chiefs confirmed for a 4th. Maybe you could get him. Maybe you could get him for a little bit cheaper now since the Colts overpaid for Sauce Gardner. Tom Pelissero said that. Okay, interesting. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Wow. That is. Guys, that's a lot. Colts are sitting their first round picks in 26 and 27, plus a player to the Jets for Sauce Gardner. Breece in a 4 for a 4th under Josh Williams. I'd be all right with that.
Hell yeah!
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true, T. I haven't seen that come through. I'm gonna leave it up on my tweet notifications because I got the big dog tweet notifications on here. So we'll just have and Matt, the big dog tweet notifications and Matt. Drop a like for the homie, you know. Super one. We didn't talk about this one. Rasheed Shaheed, back with Clint Kubiak. He's in Seattle. Another move for the Seattle Seahawks. Another move that happened prior to us hopping on. Good move from the Seahawks here as the Seahawks have been cooking, chat. The Seahawks right now, I have the best team in the ass list. I have Seattle as the best team in the ass list. What they're doing up in Seattle is something. You gotta pay attention to it. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy day on the trade deadline. Jeremy Fowler said Colts scoured the corner market in recent days. We're also in the mix for Alontae Taylor. They zeroed in on Sauce Gardner, a massive splash for the team, for a team that does not often make it. Absolutely crazy. AD Mitchell in the deal? AD Mitchell? Chat, where are we seeing AD Mitchell? Where are we seeing AD? That one got me shook. Where are we seeing AD Mitchell, chat? Let me know. AD Mitchell in 2 firsts? That's so much. Here's a tweet from Ian Rappaport about his Sauce's contract. For the next 5.5 years under contract with 131. Schefter says, guys, that is, woof. guys. I know that AD Mitchell has had his problems in Indianapolis. That's insane though, guys. And then, so here we go, chat. 2 first rounders, right? The Colts give them 2 first rounders. AD Mitchell, who I think was a second rounder, or was he was he a first rounder or second? I can't remember. Glazer confirmed too. Holy cow, guys. The Colts get Sauce Gardner for the next 5.5 years under contract. That's a lot of time, right? They're paying him $131.5 million. That's an average of $26.1 million for the next 5 years. Second rounder, thanks, Jake. For the next 5 years. $26 million. We paying that guy. Chad, that's... Again, I understand why the Colts did it. I totally understand why the Colts did it. They got to go in this year. You're right, Nikki. They got to go in all this year. Getting Karloftis money. You're right. T, you might not even have to offer them a first now because they got plenty of firsts. They got all kinds of firsts now. You might be able to underpay for Quinnen Williams. Golly, chat. I'm shocked by that. I'm shocked by that trade. Genuinely shocked by that trade. Wow. Unreal. AD Mitchell, guys. But here, I mean, Pi, he hasn't played that great. The last OTC equals only Colts, yeah. True tribal chief. I don't know, chat. That one's got me shocked. There's a tweet that wow, AD Mitchell in that deal too. There's a tweet out there, I believe this is from that's true. He did play for the Jets. From Jordan Schultz, text from an AFC executive on the Sauce Gardner deal. Parsons was very surprising. This is shocking. That's true. Look, I think maybe, Pi, I think they might be just putting their eggs in the basket of like, hey, we took one guy from a New York franchise and he's playing pretty well for us right now. AD did need a change of scenery. Is this more than the Parsons trade? I think. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that, actually. I'd have to go back and look at that. Colts did just go all the way in with Daniel Jones as their quarterback, chat. That's crazy. 2 firsts. And AD Mitchell for Sauce Gardner. What was the Micah Parsons deal, chat? The Micah Parsons trade, chat, was I'll throw it up here. That was Micah Parsons to the Packers for Kenny Clark and 2 future firsts. So it's about the same. Chat, it's the same deal. Kenny Clark, the better player. I mean, AD Mitchell, I think, has a higher ceiling than Kenny Clark does. Another trade in the chat. So I know that, like, chat, I think that I know there's a lot of people already talking about, like, the Chiefs. I think there's already people talking about, like, oh, no, the Chiefs aren't going to do anything. Switch my line out there before I just go back to Twitter. Seahawks made trade. Oh, yeah, Rasheed Shaheed is at the Seahawks. I think that's a great deal for them. I haven't necessarily seen... oh, there it is. The trade comp for Rasheed Shaheed right here. Trade comp for Rasheed Shaheed is Seahawks are sending a 4th and a 5th to the Saints in exchange for Rasheed Shaheed. Shout out, Luis. Shout out. No, you're lying, right? Chat, you're lying. Is that real, chat? What about Luke Van Ness to the Chiefs? Are you messing with me, Jay? Not real? Okay, thanks. Luke Van Ness would be... It was fake. Okay, fine. I forgive you, Chad. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Luke Van Ness would be sick, though. I'd like Luke Van Ness. That'd be pretty sick. I don't think the Packers want to trade Luke Van Ness, though. Truthfully. 5th in a 6th round. I think it was an honest mistake, Chad. Don't get on Jay. I think it was an honest mistake. I think it was an honest mistake. I'm okay. It's all right. I think it was an honest mistake, Chad. I cannot believe they went 2 first and AD Mitchell. Earlier today, you also had who was that? Oh, you had Christian Kirk, or no, sorry, Jacoby Myers to the Jags. I keep calling him Christian Kirk. Jacoby Myers to the Jags for a 4th and a 6th. That's the same-ish price as Rasheed Shaheed. Rasheed Shaheed was a 4th and a 5th. So, Christian Kirk. Why do I keep saying Christian Kirk? I don't know why I keep saying Christian Kirk, dude. I don't know what McDuffie would bring. Taters? That's an interesting question. Luann Ramon's sauce is kind of nice, though. That is right, chat. The Chiefs might not make a move. It depends on who wants to dance. Takes 2 to tango, right? Yeah, he is. I mean, I don't understand why he kept saying Christian Kirk. 2 AFC playoff teams improving, maybe. I'll be interested to see how that one works out for the Colts, man. Let me send out a tweet here real quick, chat. I sent a tweet out real quick. Trade McDuffie to the Jets for 2 firsts and Brees. The 2 firsts that they just got, give them to us. Hey, Tucker, it's crazy the Jets extended Sauce Gardner the offseason and now they're trading him to the Colts. Yeah. Yeah, Daniel, that is crazy. That is crazy. You're right. Been a crazy day already, though, chat. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Hell yeah!
Thanks for hanging out with me here as we started a little bit early today. Already been going for 20 minutes. Look, here's again, chat. I said this at the top of the show. I'll say it again. If the Chiefs make a move, I'm starting there's a new link. There's going to be a new link. We'll go new link. If the Chiefs make a move, we're hanging out right now, just talking about all the trades going on in the NFL. We're chatting about what the Chiefs need to do, everything like that. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me right now. If the Chiefs do make a move, there'll be a new link. Breaking news team, myself, whoever's around. Breaking news team. Just so we know, just so we're all on the same page of what the plan is. If the Chiefs make a move, this stream is ending. I'll still be live while I'm making everything, so we can still chat about it. And then I will make the other. I'll end this show before I go over and start the other one. That's the plan. That's the plan if the Chiefs make a move. So, chat, appreciate you being on it. Appreciate you hanging out with me.
Hell yeah!
You guys get all the hell yes. 20 million in dead cap for New York. Is that true on that, Andrew? You coming KCS in live? Yeah. It's better for SEO though. It's better for searches. Thank you, Paul. Reese has to be on the move right now, not even to KC, just like in general. Yeah, I mean, look, it seems like it seems like the Jets are selling. It seems like the Jets are selling. Colts are being aggressive, though. I understand why the Colts did it. Do I think it's a touch? I think it's an overpay for sure. I think it's an overpay. I think this is an overpay, but I think the Colts were desperate. I think the Colts were in a situation where they needed to get. As I mentioned already, we talked about this a little bit with Rasheed Shaheed. The Saints get a 4th and a 5th, which is about which equals out to like a 3rd in like trade math, right? Draft trade math. So I mean that's essentially what they were asking for them already. Think through text said, Tuck, if we lay Trey Henderson or Breece Hall, can we see those calves? Sure, I'm wearing pants right now though. Yes, if we get Trey Hendrickson or Breece Hall, I will change into shorts. Hell yeah, Marshall.
Hell yeah!
Get after it. We have 6 picks, no cap space, and an owner who doesn't like spending cash to help with cap. So tough spots to make a move. We are a Super Bowl team with a little help. HN would be incredible, T. I do agree.
Hell yeah!
This here too, chat. Like the Colts making this move is like a team that hasn't had playoff success, hasn't really been to the playoffs in a while, right? So like, I get them trying to go all in. This is kind of like Custer's last stand when it comes to Chris Ballard and there as a GM, right? I think, so I just saw this tweet from, I'm sure I think this is chat's favorite person. I just saw a tweet from, Ben Solak. I've seen this tweet from Ben Solak. Let me try to see if I can find it again. All right, here we go. He said here, and I don't think I agree with this take per usual, but, Ben Solak says, I do not think 2 firsts is that big of an overpay for Sauce Gardner. I think 2 firsts was an insane underpay for Micah Parsons. I agree with the second part of that tweet. Chad, I agree with the second part of I think 2 firsts was an insane underpay for Micah Parsons. I agree with that part. I think 2 firsts is a big overpay. It's a big overpay. I do agree with the second part of his tweet, though. I'll say that. I agree with the second part of his tweet. But, I see a lot of people in the chat wanting Breece Hall. I'm right there, too. I want Breece Hall. We'll see if that happens. I am Jay Frosty, ESPN. Daniel, hey, Tucker, how much of this Colts trade has to deal with them playing us in a few weeks? Look, I think that... Let's take a look at the Colts schedule. The Colts actually have a bye week before they play the Chiefs. I know more than I should about the Colts, probably. Let's look at the schedule here for the Indianapolis Football Colts. So coming up, they've got the Falcons. That's in Germany. They got the Falcons in Germany, but then they have their bye week. Joe Tryon traded? Damn. RIP. Browns with the Bears. All right, we'll hit that here in a second. Let's let the details come in, and then I will. Yes, I will, Jake. I will go through the Bears, or the Chiefs draft picks. Here's the Colts schedule. The Colts schedule, they have the Falcons, then they have their bye. The Falcons in Germany, their bye. They go to Kansas City, they host Houston, they go to Jacksonville, go to Seattle, host the Niners, host the Jags, and in the season with the Texans. So they have 4 divisional games. Yeah, because they've already played the Titans twice. They play 4 divisional games in their last 2, 4, 6, 8 games. They play, half of them are divisional games, with 2 of them coming against the NFC. 3 of them coming against the NFC. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 3 of them NFC, 2 AFC. Well, 4 division, and then 1 for the Chiefs. We'll see if it works out, chat. Well, I mean, we'll have to see if this works out. We'll see if this works out. I know chat asked about this Alani. This is my favorite Alani flavor. It's a seasonal. It's called Witch's Brew. It's caramel apple. Like, it tastes like a caramel apple sucker that you used to get like when you were a kid, you know? It tastes exactly like it. It's very good. Okay. I needed to gas back up. I needed more juice, chat.
Hell yeah!
I need more juice.
Hell yeah!
Because we have got to, you're drinking that salted caramel sport coffee? I gotta give Throne Sport Coffee another try. I think I had it one time. I don't really remember how it was. Shout out to Ariel Hawani. Okay, yeah, here it is. Joe Tryon. Let's go over here to this. That coffee was ass. It's not great. Oh man, that's too bad. Browns sending Joe Tryon and a 7th round pick to the Chicago Bears in exchange for a 6th rounder. Chicago just lost Odeyingbo to a season-ending Achilles injury on Sunday. Now, trade for a potential replacement 2 days later. Joe Tryon, I think, was... Oh, now Pie's saying it is pretty good for canned coffee. Interesting. Joe Tryon was a guy that I think we had talked about, chat. Did we talk about Joe Tryon when we were trying to find trade candidates? I think Joe Tryon was one of them I threw out. He doesn't necessarily have a ton of production. That was me saying that he's not very good. I don't know, Steve. Is the video lagging on your end? How many fingers am I holding up? What up, Justin?
Hell yeah!
Welcome in, dude. Yeah, sports coffee was buns to me. No more butter aftertaste. Mine too, Steven. Oh, it's lagging. What do you mean by lagging? Is my movement lagging? Bitter. Oh, yeah, bitter. Is it like the second screen? Get better internet. Hey, yo. Jay Frosty, chill. My internet's good. It's telling me it's fine. It's telling me it's fine. My internet's fine. I don't tell you guys. Not to you. Oh, okay. Sporting AP, one unconfirmed rumor, Wall to Denver. I saw that. Was that Ricky who said that? Wall to Denver? It's not Google Fiber, Claude. Those fuckers, dude. Those fuckers. All in Google Fiber. Stream fine? Okay. No. All in Google Fiber. Yeah, dude, that's wild that Tom Brady cloned his dog. That's insane. Jackie, hang on. Let me get you Pretty Ricky's since I guess you can't look it up. I don't know. Let me look it up for you. I have it somewhere around here. Matt was cooking yesterday. Was that on that football show? I forget. At Ricky Scoops. There you go. Thank you, Campbell Cooks.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Campbell Cooks for that, Ricky Scoops. I don't think it's time to trade McDuffie. McDuffie's still good. Yes, on that football show. I forget that that posted yesterday because it feels like it has been 17 days since we recorded that podcast. Everett is hilarious. Hey guys, you know who is out there and available right now? You don't even have to make a trade. You don't even have to make a trade for this. McCole Hardman's still out there. Thank you, Taters. Yeah, that football show is a really fun show to do. It's probably the most fun I've ever had podcasting, is doing that football show. Kadarius Toney is still out there. Has a Hardman put on weight to be a D tackle? I don't know. Maybe. We have McCole Hardman at home. God, Worthy has one mediocre game, and you guys are ready to just dog shit all over him, guys. Holy cow. Palmer, I wouldn't sleep on the Broncos making some noise, is what he said. Ooh. I did start it. I understand I started it. Oh, yeah, he did just tweet that 10 minutes ago. James Palmer, I would not sleep on the Broncos making some noise. That has to be for Jalen Waddle, right? Is that what we're thinking? Yeah, McCole, or Worthy's... Oh, yikes. You guys got me. Tucker, that Titans Saints bit on that football show was peak. You know what's a real bummer, Jake? You know what's super big bummer about the Titans Saints game? I was actually really looking forward. For me and Matt to watch that game and live stream it at the same time and have you guys hang out with us. I'm gonna be on a plane. For week 18, I'm going to be in Destin, Florida. Big vibing. So I don't think it can happen. I don't think that it can happen. It's tough. You should, AP. You should take credit if the Waddle trade happens. Incredibly tough that I will not be able to live stream. Destin is beautiful. I'm very excited to be in Destin, but I'm as excited as I am to be in Destin. I'm equally as bummed I cannot watch Titans and Saints and live stream it with you guys. Damn it. Maybe I'll figure it out. Well, actually, let me see what time my flight is. Getting some text. James Palmer. James Palmer says, what? Don't look at my whole board. Don't look at my whole deck. Look at my whole deck. What's up, Fuzzy?
Hell yeah!
Getting some text here. James Palmer says, getting some text about the Jets trade of Sauce Gardner, and I'll just say they have all been positive. The new Jets brain trust has made themselves very flexible moving forward. Oh, he's talking about from a Jets perspective. Destin week 18? Hell yeah, buddy. I'm going into Destin week 18. I know, dude. I'm kind of bummed about that. Only 2 edges traded. Weird. Yeah, that is kind of. It's kind of weird. Only 2 edges. Delay my flight. Let me double check. Hang on. Let me see what time my flight is. I can't live stream in Destin, right? Like, there's no way. No, we didn't get 2 edges. There's only been 2 edges traded all day. Fuzzy is what we were saying. Let me check the time of my flight. What day is that? The 28th? Oh yeah, no, I won't get in until 1:20. I won't get in until 1:20. Hit that like button and the subscribe button, chat.
Hell yeah!
Appreciate everybody in the chat hanging out with me here as we are talking Chiefs trade deadline, NFL trade deadline. Chiefs have yet to make a move. As I said at the top of the show, as I said in the middle of the show, Simmons is back, yes. Live stream from the airport. From the Dallas airport, I will live stream. I think that's where my layover is. Jackson Smith in Jigba tweeted out an eye emoji. Oh, it's for Rasheed Shaheed. Okay, that's why. Sauce Gardner has 3 interceptions in 55 career games, by the way, chat. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe. Why is KC not using Royals? Too many cooks in the kitchen, man. I don't think he's got spot to get into the lineup. He Pauly markets, for what it's worth, said the Jets aren't done. They're receiving lots of calls on Breece Hall and Jermaine Johnson. Interesting. Is that the same as McDuffie? It's hard to do stats with like a with corner. With especially a corner that's that good. Would I trade McDuffie for 2 firsts? I don't know, chat. I don't know if I would trade McDuffie for 2 firsts. I think that Trent McDuffie is better than Sauce Gardner. But I'm a big fan of having good football players on my team. So that's where I kind of get caught up and kind of get stuck up right there. Maddox, I don't know if the Chiefs are going to get Breece Hall. It does depend on who the first 2 firsts are from. That is also a great point. Chiefs Twitter is really, and the chat. I see you guys in the chat too as well. Shout out to everybody joining me in the chat. Breece Hall is the hot name right now. Everybody wants Breece Hall. Chat, let me know who you would want, who you want. I know there's been some buzz with Calais Campbell. Been a lot of buzz about I shouldn't necessarily call it buzz. It's just what people have been saying they want. Calais Campbell would be good. I do think that the pass rush is more important. Trey Hendrickson would be sick, but they want a first round pick for Trey Hendrickson. No, thank you. Arden Key, I think, wouldn't be bad. Calais Campbell, Breece Hall, Kayvon Thibodeau would be kind of sick, but I don't think that 2 firsts and Kayvon Thibodeau for Trent McDuffie, I would probably take that deal, but there's no way the Giants would give us that deal. Give me Kelvin Benjamin. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah!
Are we going to hit the guys name and dudes segment of this podcast? Are we going to hit guys name and dudes? We're just going to name some random players. Jeffrey Simmons or Calais Campbell? Yeah. I think there's got to be... There's not been a lot of edge or like defensive tackle trades today. Who was a defensive tackle that just got traded? Trevante Sweat, Calais Campbell, Quinnen Williams. Yeah. Pinella's the biggest move each will make. But David, Thibodeau, yeah, sure. He's overrated, underproductive. That's a perfect Chiefs defensive tackle, in my opinion, or defensive end. But David, to your point, the 2 first-round picks coming from the Giants are going to be pretty high. Those are going to be pretty high. Jackie, I think the Chiefs won Matt Verlaine for a conditional second. The chat is asking for Matt Verlaine for a second pick. Chat, you got to give up your second round pick if you want me to try to text Matt and get him on the stream. Tony Pollard, yeah. Jody Fortson wants to be out. That's a good point, Tori. Jody Fortson wants to be out. He wants to be up and running again. Whoa, Joe Tryon has played for how many teams? He's a first-round pick of the Bucks in 2021. He was used sparingly in Cleveland this season. Did he play for the Ravens too? The Chiefs give up first, next year second, plus $105 million for Clark. I think the Chiefs lost it. The Chiefs won Super Bowls. And Jackie, he's like the second. Clark is like the second greatest pass rusher in NFL playoff history. And it changed the culture of the defense. I'm okay saying that the Chiefs won that trade. What was I looking up? I was looking up something. Is Breland Speaks available? Breland Speaks is too busy tearing it up.
Hell yeah!
In the UFL, baby. He's got the UFL to tear up.
Hell yeah!
He was like the UFL depoy. Yeah, Jackie, they won 2 Super Bowls with him. BJ must have got wind what we were talking about, because it's very funny that he huffed in when this happened. Okay, BJ, you ready? Are you good? Okay. Let's talk about this. BJ Kissel joining us here on the chat.
Hell yeah!
It's amazing that Clark. I popped on. Right when I popped on, I heard Frank Clark slander, and I was like, I will not take this.
Yes.
And then immediately what I'm thinking, I'm like, he's like second all time. And then Tucker says that. I'm sitting there, I'm like, he changed the culture. And then you said it. I'm like, I don't think I need to be in here.
There it is.
Tucker already knows.
I'm just trying to spread the word, you know. I'm just trying to spread the good word. Yeah, 4th all time. Here you go, chat. Let me throw this up here real quick. 4th all time in career sacks, if you guys can see that, in the playoffs. He's only behind Harvey Martin, Willie McGinnis, Bruce Smith, and Frank Clark. 13 and a half playoff sacks. I mean, it's hard to say that they lost that trade, BJ.
Yeah, it's hard to quantify. How do you quantify a championship?
That's a great point. I don't know.
The Colts are going to find out.
The Colts are about to find out how much it costs to win a championship. That is insane, right? Like, that's like a crazy amount for a player.
Yeah, but at this point, like with Chris Ballard, he's been there long enough. He kind of struck gold a little bit. He's got a little bit of equity right now, and he's leaning in a big type of way. And they're going to be good enough that they're not picking in the top of the round, right? It's a lower first round pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, was it a swing that I would take? No. But do I understand it for where they're at right now as a team and excitement and all of that? Like, absolutely.
There people in the chat are saying, "Hey boss, Tucker needs a lounge and pass in the Dallas airport so he can stream with Matty V during Week 18." As you know, in Week 18, I'm going to be out of town. Right, we're going to be in Destin. In Week 18, Matt and I talked about how the Titans. I guess it's technically Week 17 is when that game is. The Titans and the Saints play, and that game's just going to be really bad. And Matt and I were like, we should live stream the whole time while that game's going on, just to react.
Absolutely.
But I'll be on a plane, unfortunately. So,
well, let me know if there's anything I can do.
I will.
I'll see if I know anybody.
It is a crazy. Like, I started this. I don't know if you saw this. I started the stream early because after the Colts traded for the Sauce Gardner trade, I was like, well, I've got to talk about this right now. And I've got to get on there and talk about it. But A.D. Mitchell also going into the trade, a very similar and identical trade as like the Micah Parsons deal was earlier this offseason. That's a lot. I think that's a lot to give up for a guy that you're paying a ton of money to, too. When you talk about with like Micah Parsons, you did have to pay him the contract. The Jets already gave him that contract. Like that contract was signed this offseason for Sauce, which is kind of crazy.
I saw a couple tweets about how it was structured, that they only had like 19.5 million that they have to gobble up over the next couple of years. But I'm thinking going back to Adonai Mitchell, like, that's tough. And obviously he's the one in the room that they were like, well, we can do without this, or whatever the reason why he was the odd man out, leaving the Colts and where they're going and making the big move and then going to New York. So hopefully that's a good thing for him. Maybe just needed a change of scenery. Sometimes there's things going on. But that was my first reaction is, man, that's not great for him.
A.D. Mitchell's second round pick for the Colts too. So they're essentially giving up 2 firsts.
Some Chiefs fans liked him. I remember that.
He was
I'm old
nice
enough to remember that.
He was nice at Texas. There's a lot of Chiefs fans that liked him more than Xavier Worthy too. Of just like his play style and skill set didn't necessarily fit with what the Chiefs really like to do. But man, I mean, he was as Think Through Tech says in the chat. Adonai was a dog at Texas. He's a UT alum. Shout out Hook'em Horns.
Hell yeah!
Thank you for hanging out with us. But McConkey was also a guy in that draft. Like that draft had a lot of good wide receivers. We'll look back at that draft, and there's going to be a lot of you. I know you were a Lad McConkey.
I was a McConkey guy, but that's all right. Like, can't win them all.
No, you can't.
But can win. I want to shout out the. I think there were a handful. I think there was like 8. Paid subscribers to KCSN.com. They paid the $30 a year for the newsletter. I just sent out the $40 gift cards to Tacos for Life. So shout out. You get that. I send you once a month.
There it is.
Send them out. Go get some tacos. Might have those later. They are very good.
Yeah,
it's Tuesday. And I voted. Make sure you get out and vote.
Oh yeah, Tara and I are going after she gets back from work. I'm gonna have to tell the Only Weird Games gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, and shameless plug. It's not really shameless. Just there's a plug. Go listen to the conversation I had with Mitch Morse.
Very good.
Latest 10 things. Had like 6 questions written, knowing that we would just open it up and it would lead to things. He's such a good storyteller. He's such a good dude. I love the things that he remembers and the stories that he tells. But a lot of good stuff in there about Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Go listen. And if you want to find another podcast, go listen to Mitch's. He's got a new podcast going and phenomenal dude.
It's Mornings with Mitch, right? Is that what it's called?
Monday mornings with Mitch.
Monday Mornings with Mitch. That's right.
Yeah, find it on YouTube. Find it on like audio channels. Better to listen to podcasts. Just
I believe
phenomenal dude.
If you're on Twitter, we tagged his podcast on there too in the tweet promo. Yeah. So go find that. Great video as well. Love to see a Mizzou Meg guy get out there and spend a lot of time in the NFL. Like that's what Mitch was one of those guys when like in the peak of Mizzou football, right? Those Gary Pinkel, like that offensive line with Mitch. He would, I believe. Yeah. I don't know if he was the center for that Missouri team.
He was a center as sophomore. He was playing left tackle.
Yeah, because they had to move him around because they had so many good offensive linemen on that Missouri team. For the longest time. Before I went on Kay Adams and had like that's now my Twitter header. For the longest time, my Twitter header was
not changing that one.
No, there's no shot. Was that offensive line? You know how they always do like the ESPN like what is it? Like opening lineups, right? Starting lineups, and it was a screenshot of that offensive line, and that is always going to be one of those offensive lines that was very impressionable. It was very impressionable in my years.
Chiefs had one of those back in the day. Shout
out to the Campbell
Cooks tailgate, November 16th. Ooh.
That's Campbell Campbell Cook's out in Denver, so he has a Denver.
Oh yeah,
tailgate.
okay. I was thinking the Colts game. I'm like, we'll actually be at the Tickets for Less tailgate, and I got a crew coming for that one. That's turned out to be a really good one. You're going. I know.
I'll be there. Yeah,
Got a
I'll
crew.
be there for that one.
Yes.
Sorry for the
Join
super
our
chat.
Chiefs tailgate November 16th. All right, hit me up. Shoot me an email. Hit me up on social media. Down to do that. It'll be me and my son and I. Looking forward to it. Got the hotel. Got it all set up. Got the tickets.
Yeah.
We got good tickets. So it's gonna be fun. It's a big one.
That'll be a huge game too. After the bye week, Andy Reid after the bye, we'll have all.
Haven't been to a game. Haven't been to a game yet.
Oh yeah, no, you haven't yet this year, have you? A lot of kids. Have you?
Only going to be the two
kids sporting event stuff though.
The schedule hasn't lent itself well to Sunday noon games, which is why we're going to the Colts game and probably the Chargers game later. It's another Sunday noon one. I think there's only two.
Yeah, I think they had 4 in total. The 2 of them, they had 3 at home because the Raiders game was a home noon game. They've got the Colts is going to be a home noon game. The Chargers is going to be a home noon game, and
I just want to see James Palmer. I might see James Palmer.
Yeah,
I was getting pizza recommendations from James Palmer, and I asked Ben Albright because I've known Ben for a really long time, and they both, I think, disagreed with each other's.
James Palmer just had an interesting tweet about the kind of the cap structure. He also said, James tweeted out, "Don't sleep on the Broncos trying to make a move." I know Ricky.
Is that for Waddle?
Yeah, Ricky had kind of reported and hinted at like Jalen.
Ricky's
Waddle.
back.
Oh, dude, Ricky will come back every now and again. Yeah. Wonder if he feels like he's really got something going on. Chargers 10 a.m. body clock kickoff at Arrowhead. Yeah, you're right, Paul.
Still want to figure out Ricky. I think he's monetizing breaking news. I think it's an agency.
I have some
conspiracy theories.
I have some theories, and I have some. I don't want to say sourced, but
Ricky, no.
Yeah, no, BJ is not.
Trust me. I want nothing to do with news. I want nothing to do with these things.
If you were Ricky the whole time, that'd be actually really funny, and I didn't have no clue.
Yeah, it'd surprise you. That's not going to be it.
Did you see the report that Tom Brady cloned his dog?
Really?
That's not fake either. Like, it sounds like a fake headline.
Okay,
that's a real one. Chat was talking about that a little bit earlier. I'm just kind of perusing Twitter right as we go.
Still more okay with that than the robot things that people are creating.
Yeah.
The AI robots, like.
Yeah. That was really random. Fuzzy, it was only random because I saw it on my Twitter timeline. That's why it was random. Is why I brought it up.
Isn't this what the show is too?
Yeah, 100%.
I've seen it a few times. So are you just gonna kind of? We could just have this meeting here. Are you just gonna kind of sit and wait? When is it 2:00?
3.
3. Oh, it's at 4 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So you're just gonna hang out.
I don't think they want me to go live for 3 hours.
I gotta get a new title.
That's true. I guess I could.
You have to cut the stream and restart it.
No, like
different thumbnail.
I've already told Chat. Chat is on the same. We're all on the same page here. That if the Chiefs make a move, this is ending and we're starting a new one. Chat already knows.
Chat knows the business, how this works.
Yes, Chat knows the ins and outs of how the sausage is made.
And then it goes out as the podcast.
Yes, because that one will actually be a podcast. This one doesn't go audio, right? And I said this is just like this is just me hanging out, reacting to trade deadline stuff.
Oh, I've got news. We'll have the business meeting in front of it. We're up like 32% on projected impressions since April.
Nice. Hell yeah. Here, let me hit the button.
Hell yeah.
That's because of the chat. Thank you, chat.
Good.
And that's what
you guys, everybody's good at what they do.
I do enjoy hanging out with the chat. I'm just saying this here because they're sitting in front of me right now. I do really enjoy hanging out every Tuesday,
just
Wednesday,
buttering
Thursday. Yeah, just buttering them up, man.
You got the mood lighting back there. You got the holiday sign. You got
I know
the whole deal.
Oh man. Okay, hang on.
2360.
Yeah, I got 2 360s. I got this holiday right here. There probably could be something like. The only problem is my head usually blocks like this over here, right? It's like my head usually blocks this. So I did this the other day. I actually think this was Sunday I did this. I got my Big Bob Booster Club sign up over here. You can kind of see it. But it's one of those things that, like, if you know, you know, right? So shout out Scott for the Big Bob Booster Club sign. We all want Sky Moore, do whatever it takes. Fuzzy, we don't actually all want Sky Moore. I think he's okay over there. Sporting AP says that Brees Hall tweeted a GIF. Ooh, is it going around? Tucker D's head blocks the signs. Yeah, it does. I got that one. Hang on. Oh, it's
Scott.
Whoa, your mic just changed. I don't know what just happened, but your mic is different.
I know. I touched the cord and it unplugged the Zoom recorder and the Shure mic, so I went directly to AirPods.
No. That's where that one is for me. You see it up there?
I tried to grab the sign and all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. I got the other one. Can't turn it. Everything will come unplugged if I try to turn the camera, but I got the big one with the light. I'll tell Scott, though, the light is out.
Oh.
The light is out. It served as the night light for my daughter for a very long time.
Scott might be
The light
watching.
went out.
So, Scott, if you're watching.
Just hanging out, waiting for news. All right. Do we think anything's going to happen?
Do I think anything is going to happen? I'm leaning to no. Do I think something should happen? Yes. But I don't know.
There's two different things. There's
Yeah.
do you think they're going to do something, and if it was you, would you do something?
I think that they need to add somebody on the defensive line, whether that's pass rush. I think that is the biggest. I think that's the biggest worry at this point. Is the pass rush, is the fact that they can't get home against anyone. That's the big problem for me. I know that there's a lot of people tweeting out about Brees Hall and like all the Brees Hall stuff. Well, you could get him, maybe Devon A-Chain, maybe that you could do that. But I don't think that like that. It'd be cool, right? Like, but that's just like ignoring the problem that you have, right? That's like, okay, let's fix this problem by just making this so much better. And Calais Campbell is a good one. Calais Campbell, I'd be fine with Calais Campbell at this point, right? He was pretty productive actually last night. If you were watching the Cowboys Cardinals game, like he's been pretty productive for his age, like surprisingly productive. Jermaine Johnson is another one that's been thrown out there. It's been interesting with the Jets trying to do their fire sale. That could be a good one, but you know, Trevondre Sweat out there in Tennessee. I think that those are all names to be looking at. I'll be interested to see.
Yeah.
I'm sure that these teams are all just trying to drive the price up, right? Like they're all just trying to like, get the best deal that they can.
Yeah, it's not either or for me too. I like the idea of having this background music's killing me.
Oh, sorry. Let me turn it down.
No, it's fine. I was trying to figure out where it was coming from. I didn't hear it when I switched over. But for me, it's if you can trade nothing higher than a third and get 3 years of control, like just the rest of this year, obviously, and then 2 extra years without overpaying. And you could pay market rate for a starting running back with some sort of an extension. If it's Brees Hall, whoever it is, you need the 2 years for me and a third. And then I'm fine with the Brees Hall as far as compensation, just mentally, because then you have Brashard Smith and a Brees Hall, and you've kind of figured out running back for a bit. Although I will give credit where it's due. I didn't think he was going to get any better. Kareem Hunt's running the ball better over the last 3 weeks than he had probably at any point that we've seen since he's come back. In my opinion, it just looks like he's healthier. Just looks like he has more juice. And I didn't think that's the direction this was going to go.
I 100% agree with you. Shout out Fuzzy Cats again for the super chat. You
Hell yeah!
love to see it in reality.
How old is Calais Campbell?
Calais. He's like 37.
I will look that up.
He's like 30. He's way up there.
I thought he was 37 like 3 years ago. He's 39.
39. Okay. So he was 37 2 years ago. So we were close on that. I do think the running back is interesting. D-Fizz in the chat says this, and he said this is the first year in a long time where they need to do something. Running it back this year won't cut it there. 5-4. I think that's interesting. They need more. They need something on the defensive line, and like I think that's pretty clear and pretty like evident when you watch this team in the pass rush and everything. Calais Campbell probably like isn't necessarily the fix, but if Calais Campbell gets like Derek Nottie off the field, I think that probably helps in some regard, right? Here's
And
the other part
coming
too.
back helps that a little bit too, and he hasn't been back that long.
Right. He played more than Pinnell played more than Nottie did again on Sunday, and he was here for 3 days. So I mean, like that whole situation, BJ, is so confusing to me.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
generally
appreciate
make Veach available around the trade deadline if they do something or if they don't do something. I feel like you should ask Herbie. He'll know. He'll get there. He'll get to the bottom of this.
it. True. Chad says Christian.
He will ask. He will ask.
Mark says Christian Wilkins costs nothing. That is true. I do think there was
just
a
your
little
locker room.
That's what Steve just said. Steve just said Wilkins costs you your locker room. I don't think you can kill the stream. What do you mean? What do you think, Claude? Why don't you think I can kill the stream? I will. Gotta stay on and tweet it out. Okay, fine. I will stay on until the Chiefs make a move. That is actually dangerous because people will be like, well, they haven't.
I do, not to play devil's advocate on having to do something.
Yeah, go ahead.
We talked about margin of error over the years and how many one-score games, and now they're on the other side of it. They're still 5-4, and they could very easily, with this same roster, with nothing changing except for 3 plays in 2 games, be 7-2. They could have a completely different record, and then we can't use they're 5-4. It's the strength of the talent that you have, not necessarily the execution of what we've seen in some games. The Jaguars game, the Eagles, the Chargers, all of those games. They could easily, a handful of plays, be on the other side of it. Is that because of a lack of talent or just execution or whatever in those individual plays? I do think that this group is good enough to get there, but to your point, they've made it more difficult on themselves by not doing something. But we've seen before, they're not going to leverage future for anything in the immediate. They won't do it.
Makes sense.
Except when you need a culture changer like Frank Clark and Tyrann Mathieu, and then all bets are off.
Yeah. Look,
that was a different deal. It was a different time, also, for what they were trying to build and how they were doing it.
Mark's in the chat said they could be 7-2, and Tucker could be Brett Veach.
He could be. He could be Ricky.
I could
be Tucker.
You guys don't know Brees Hall. You guys keep saying that Brees Hall just tweeted. I gotta go try to find this Brees Hall tweet because you guys are all over it. Jay Glazer. Oh, I just lost that. Jay Glazer tweeted, "Big trade for the Jets, and they may not be done yet either." That is.
So the final offers are out. Everybody's just waiting.
Cleaning house. Pretty much. Cleaning house. I'm trying to see. Lots of retweets going on of player tweet. Oh, Brees Hall tweeted
barbecue. Did he pull like a Colin Saunders?
No, here, let me share it to the screen here. This is the Brees Hall gift that was tweeted out. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know that gift.
He just tweeted this. He just tweeted that's all the Brees Hall said was this gift right here.
Fuzzy
that is
cats.
Brees Hall's gift. That means Kansas City Chiefs. That means he's a Chief confirmed. Confirmed, chat. He's a Chief. I'm joking. I hope from the movie Life, jail. Feels like he's lurking. Barbecues can't say that's true.
Right, but he didn't tweet barbecue.
Yeah, he didn't tweet barbecue. Brees Hall hates being a Jet. He did post on Instagram free 20 the other day.
What's his contract situation?
This is the last year of his deal. He's on a rookie contract.
So they could tag him.
In theory, yes, but they also have the guy that just got hurt, who was from Wisconsin, who is like 14 years old, Braylon Allen. He's really young, and he's also on a rookie deal, and they like him. From what I understand, they like him a lot better than they like Brees Hall. I can pull up his contract stuff here real quick.
So if they just let him walk, they're going to count on a comp pick, and somebody's going to give him a big deal?
Yeah. Kind of. Or
just wondering what they're negotiating against, saying, well, if we don't do this, then we can still do such and such. it's not tagging him.
Yeah, I mean they can trade it, right? Like Jay Frosty says trade a third for Brees Hall.
It's always a late third.
Yeah.
But
that's the other part too, is that like I think when it comes to like negotiations with the Chiefs, people in their math are thinking, okay, well if I ask you for a third round pick, that's pretty much a fourth round pick, because they're always picking towards the end of the round.
Yeah, here's the deal. Like with Brashard Smith, and I've seen people talk. My personal opinion on Brashard Smith is he's going to be a very good Jerick McKinnon. He's going to be a very good third down back guy that can mix in. I don't think he has the frame to necessarily be the guy, but we haven't really seen that with Andy Reid's offense since Jamal Charles either. Like, he's going to be a different guy. So if you can trade a third for Brees Hall, like I said, sign him to a 2-year extension, so he's still getting another deal at some point. Before he turns 30, so his agent could say, hey, we can still get him more money down the road. I like the idea of taking care of that position, knowing that Brashard and whoever you trade for, it's done for a few years, because it has to come with some sort of an extension.
Yeah. Brees Hall can catch too as well, Fuzzy. I see in the chat. Brashard Smith is bigger than Achane. Yes, that is true. He did run 1,400 yards at SMU. All those things are very true. But SMU is not the same as the NFL.
I can look at him and just say, I don't know if that's going to work out long term for him to get 20 carries. But again, that's not this offense.
Also, like, here's the thing.
So, like, but you need 2 guys.
Yeah, here's the thing with Brashard Smith is that, like, he's barely a running back, right? He played running back for a year and a half, and he was a wide receiver mainly. So, like, I like using him. SMU is ACC. Exactly. That's my point. I mean, that's like not even like that's not one of the top 2 conferences. I do think that it's going to be him in the screen game is fun. Him in space is fun, but like you have to try to pick your spots with him, especially early on in his career. There's been some Tony Pollard chatter in the chat as well.
I started that.
You did.
I started that weeks ago because I threw it out there and everybody was like, what? I was like, hear me out. I think James Palmer is the first person I said. He was just kind of like, huh. Like, I'm connecting easy dots, but he's under your control for, I think, at least one more year. He's not super expensive right now. He's on a team that doesn't really need him. Tajay Spears is coming back. So like he was coming back from an injury. So they were going to give snaps to somebody else. Got a young team. I like Tony Pollard. That was my 1A.
I got to shout out AP and Claude in the chat. Shout out Claude and AP. Jermaine Johnson being actively shopped. That's from AP. Connor Hughes says teams continue to call the Jets about Jermaine Johnson. Offers include a 2nd-round pick. Would you?
They're shopping the Chiefs. Are they shopping the Chiefs pick and they're just waiting to see if somebody gives more?
Would you give up a 2nd-round pick for Jermaine Johnson?
I don't know enough about Jermaine Johnson. Does he fix the problem?
Or
is he the best option out there to try and fix what is an issue?
is. So here's the thing about Jermaine Johnson. He is wildly spagsy. He fits every criteria for spags. Jermaine Johnson, I think, was one of those guys that we kind of wanted, and we talked about in the draft. Like,
I remember his name at the draft.
Yeah.
I remember them talking about him, and I remember all of those things because he was the Jets guy we did like, and Keon White was the one we didn't like.
Yes. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I just separate those things, those guys. But yes, Florida State. I remember him as a player. Do you have to give him an extension? Are you paying him after you just paid George?
Well, see, Jermaine Johnson right now is making $4 million this year. I'm clicking on his contract right now. Jermaine Johnson, Achilles tore a year ago. I don't know how he is post-injury. I will tell you his stats here in a second. He does still have the club option. I think when he's traded, though, that club option goes away, right, on that rookie deal because he was a first-round pick.
I don't know how that would work. The problem trading for him and giving him money before you pay McDuffie after you just paid another guy.
Yeah.
You can't not pay your guy.
Yeah. Oh, the option's already been picked up because, you have to pick it up. So I guess they would have that other option. I don't know.
So the rest of this year and next year?
Yeah, I guess that's how that would be. I'm trying to find his stats here real quick. Usually spot track's a little bit better.
And is this similar in I don't know, to like Josh Simmons? Like the Chiefs aren't going to get a shot at getting a player if Jermaine Johnson is that good.
Yeah.
Would they have any shot of getting a guy like him in the draft? Obviously, we've proven that. No, but they got George.
Yeah, that's true. And they drafted higher than they usually do with that pick. So he's got 19 total tackles this year, 1 sack. He's played 44% of the snaps after playing in 65 in 2023. That was his sophomore season. And last year in 2024, he did tear his Achilles, but he was playing 59% of the snaps in that. And then he tore his Achilles in week 2. So not necessarily.
That's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's kind of gamble.
Second round pick's a lot for that.
Yeah.
I did notice 5th-year options only go away when the player is released. Okay, thank you, Jake. Thank you for that information. I didn't know that, so thank you. Learn something new every day.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
For the team.
Right. I'm going to be really interested to see how the Seahawks had, obviously, they had Rasheed Shaheed to their offense. That could be really good. I think they're the number 1 team on the ass list right now, by the way. I don't know if you've seen the new movements, the new...
I was reading through some of the chat and was reading through a couple other things.
Yeah, but Seahawks getting better, I think, today. That's good for them. I'm also just like scanning Twitter as well as we go from that. I feel that second from Connor as a team lead could be for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm getting beratedly tagged in a Ian Rappaport tweet because he said officially official. Bozo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have tagged me. Awesome. Chat, let me know where you're watching from today, hanging out. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll be rocking and rolling here for a little while longer, probably. If the Chiefs make a move, you guys know the drill. Chiefs make a move, there will be a new stream. We will do a breaking news team. That'll be more of like a podcast than... I don't know when official became a thing, Jackie. It's annoying. Wichita, Oregon, Chicago, O'Hare. Wow.
I think it became a thing when the team accounts started complaining that all their news is getting broken, and they weren't tagged. Like Adam Schefter wouldn't retweet or tag the team site, so they would always quote tweet it with officially official because it was their way of making good with the teams.
I think it's dumb. Just retweet it. Or quote tweet and say, as I previously reported.
It all fits together. Same reason that like Jordan Schultz will reach out to us and be like, why don't you just retweet my graphic instead of making your own?
Yeah,
I was like, because Joel likes making his graphic.
That is true.
Like, we like our pictures better. Our graphic better.
Joel crushes those.
We're crediting you.
What if so?
No, that could be wrong.
Shout out Craig Kramer said Hall could be a huge difference. Think Jamal Charles. I don't think I think that's a lot to put on the dude. I don't think Breece Hall is Jamal Charles. But appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat. Cowboys get Quinnen. Is that real per Glazer? Claude's saying it, so I think it is real. Let me double. Oh my gosh, it is real. This is.
Oh
real,
God,
BJ.
what did Jerry give? Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. Let me throw this tweet up on the screen here. I clicked on just Adam Schefter's name. That's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Jets blockbuster ×2. New York is trading 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys. First, Sauce Gardner. Now on the same day, Quinnen Williams.
So Ian will now come with like the compensation. This is how it works. One of them gets the news and the other one gets
unreal.
What does Rappaport say?
Let's
say first round and more.
Yep.
Now Pelissero will get some other little nugget for it. They all just give him crumbs. Everybody gets a little something.
Sean is watching from Kuwait. That's insane. Shout out, Sean.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. So the Jets are selling everybody. The Jets are in fire sale territory here. That's crazy. Let's go over here to my notifications tab to where I got all the big dogs.
D-Fizz, are we seriously getting outbid by Jerry freaking Jones? The Chiefs weren't going to trade for Quinnen. They weren't going to give up a first-round pick for Quinnen.
Expect this to be the Cowboys first rather than the Packers first is what Ian is saying here. Nobody wants to trade with KC. I don't know. Maybe KC doesn't really... The Chiefs don't really have a lot of draft picks, though, either. Like, that's the other part of the problem. They have 6 draft picks this year, I think. Arden Key tried to take out Mahomes' knee. Yeah, you should. So that's why you should get him on the Chiefs, so he doesn't take out Mahomes' knee. Get him on the Chiefs. Arden Key, I wouldn't matter. I wouldn't mind that. Jordan Schultz
Jackie
also
Moon.
says,
Yes, I'm sick of it. It's just have the agent put the information out there. It's just all put out there for a reason. Everything that's out there is for a reason.
we have a lot of money sitting on the bench, is what Defizz says. Christian Fulton.
Well, I got more money on the bench if Josh Simmons is back and going to play. Jalen Moore can go back to the
Right,
bench.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, you get more money.
Christian Fulton, Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell.
I know he's been a
head
tough
scratcher, dude. Holy cow. Those last like 50. Josh talked about this on everything else yesterday. Spots like 48 to 53 that the Chiefs had this year are just like kind of so confusing, right? Because it's like they kept Elijah Mitchell, and they decided to cut Mike Pennell and then trade for Derek Nottie, and then
Only to bring Mike Pennell back to replace Derek Nottie.
and to never play Elijah
Christian
Mitchell
Fulton. Or Christian Fulton.
or Christian Fulton. Yes, I mean like it's very confusing. Deal is done. The paperwork is being handed in, is what Ian Rappaport says.
So how many
this.
first round picks do the Jets have now?
I mean, so if they get at least one pick here, there'd be 3 today.
3 first round picks over the next 2 years just today, plus the other 2. So they have 5.
Yeah.
5 first round picks over the next 2 years.
That should help. That should help rebuild.
Yeah, unless they get them all wrong.
Yeah.
That GM is.
That's true. That GM now,
Oh my
seat.
gosh.
That is a
Yeah,
burning
you can't.
seat there for that GM. I don't think Christian Fulton's bad, or I don't think he's hurt. I think
Sign
he's
Joe
healthy
Flacco.
scratch.
Draft a defense.
They got to figure out quarterback, man. They haven't been able to figure out quarterback since Mark Sanchez.
Well, isn't next year's class like
Dog water, bad. Yeah,
2 years? What's the one that's coming up? There's a good one.
I think probably in 2 years. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
Arch's class. It'll be Arch, and it'll be I think Julian. No, Sand's a freshman. So there'll be some good ones, but like this,
I'll just
year's
save up
class
for saying because that kid,
like, he's pretty good. He's pretty
he's good. He's very, very good.
Yeah. Jets are about to send a 1 for Kyler. Imagine that. Imagine if they're just like a Kyler Murray. The Cardinals are right now soft benching Kyler Murray.
Good. I've been anti-Kyler from the beginning. Like he's not accurate.
He doesn't make
What?
any sense.
I got so excited about DeAndre Hopkins after watching all of his highlights with the Cardinals because I'm like, this guy's wide open making acrobatic catches. Like, poor guy. And then he came here and-
Cowboys giving up a 2026 first round pick. Their 2026 first rounder. So apparently,
That's it.
this looks like that's it.
The Jets just traded 2.
You know how much money they got off their books though today? They got so much money off their books today.
They got 2 all pros off their books too.
That is
What are
also
you
true.
doing?
That is also true.
It's like we'd rather have another shot at whatever quarterback we want rather than 2 all pro defensive players.
Jets or Schultz also saying more comp is coming as well for the Jets. So there's more comp coming to the Jets than just a first round pick. Trey Henderson being shopped hard according to AP in the chat. AP's been good today. AP's been on one. Shout out AP. Thank you, dude.
More compensation going back. So
It is a fire sale. There's a fire sale.
hold on.
Chase Daniel tweet. Yeah, Aaron Glenn is kind of the bad dude in this situation, man. Aaron Glenn kind of gets first year head coach, and they're like, yeah, guess what? We're going to take all the guys that you thought were good and give them away.
Who's the Jets GM now? It's not Douglas.
No, they fired him, right?
Okay. Yeah, he's been gone for a minute.
BJ,
Yes,
have you seen
I've
Arrested
seen-
Development?
Yes, I have.
Okay. That was what I was referencing there.
I didn't.
There's been a fire
Oh.
sale.
The banana stand?
Yeah.
You can always find money in the banana stand.
That is a great show. Arrested Development. Phenomenal show. You think Quinn Williams said bless me when he got traded? He should have. But he's going to Dallas, so it's like not that much better, right?
They're throwing in George Pickens.
No way.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, they keep saying Chase Daniel tweet. What do you mean Chase Daniel tweet? What did Chase Daniel tweet? Let me go see.
Kyer Elam
Imagine.
and Dante Fowler.
Oh my God, we're having
Dante
a fight.
Fowler. BJ has forgotten the episode. Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm not sure I've watched the entire thing. I've started watching that series multiple times.
It's a long ass series. What did Chase? I hear the Broncos are sniffing around is what Chase tweeted. Chase is tweeting that because he does a podcast with James Palmer, and James Palmer tweeted that.
We're just destroying how the world works. Like,
sorry guys. I hope we're not shattering your guys' worldview.
This is how it works.
They rebooted the series too. Yeah, they did. Very good. I definitely love that show. Like Larry David is hilarious. Great show. Phenomenal show. I gotta finish off my energy drink. I need someone to DoorDash me a White Monster if I'm gonna stay here till 3, Chad.
I'll do that.
Which I will. I will stay here till 3. Don't tip me.
I'll send you.
DoorDash me a White Monster.
I'll send you some food. Like you can't leave the house.
Right? Like, sorry guys.
He's got to stay there in case something happens.
Tucker, you got to have this blazer on standby. Yes, actually, I have a BJ. I don't know. So when we went to 15 of my homies, I had to buy a new suit. I think I told you this, right? So I technically have a new blazer that I can wear.
You did.
Because
I was telling you how awesome it was, and you're like, "This doesn't seem awesome." I thought it was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. So I've actually down. I'm down to 245. I was pretty close to 300. So I'm 245, and dude. I'm 10 pounds away from what my high school playing weight was. So I got that suit that I usually wear, that suit jacket that I usually wear, Michael Strahan collection, not a big deal, from JCPenney's. I got another Michael Strahan collection suit too, by the way, because I was like, I like how these fit. So I'm going to do this. So I'm just going to
Michael Strahan should send you some new suits.
Michael Strahan should send me some suits. It'd be great.
Send him some suits. Somebody tag him.
Yeah, tag Michael Strahan. Send this to me.
I tried to buy his suits once in Vegas. I'll explain that in a minute.
Yeah, so I went in. This was like the day. Yeah, because it was after the Chiefs beat the Raiders, I think, in the noon game. Tara and I then went to go get our suits from like JCPenney's. Mm-hmm. She wasn't wearing a suit. She wanted to get a dress, right? But I had to get one because my suit that I got in college didn't fit. It doesn't fit anymore. And I tried to wear it for a wedding the couple weeks prior, I think, and it didn't fit. And I was like, oh no, what am I going to wear to this wedding? So now I have two. Moral of the story is 2 suit jackets now. I got a navy suit. Is what I went with. I went with a navy suit this time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I told you last time I saw you, it had probably been a couple of weeks. I don't think it's been more than a couple of weeks I hadn't seen you, but since Joel tripped back down to Texas, I don't see you as much anymore.
True.
Speaking of which, I got to get all the stuff together. That's what I was going to do this afternoon and take it to the office because
I got to take.
We got prizes, and these things are huge.
Christmas
raffle. Trust me, chat. It's Christmas raffle is going to be good.
AP, what did you say? Oh, here, Baseball News. I'll look for it. The raffle's going to be great. Albert Breer says the new Jets brass is basically telling you the talent that they inherited was overrated, whether that's true or a matter of opinion. But dealing off 2 of your 3 highest paid players at 27 and 24 years old screams that.
Those are angry agents talking through.
Albert Breer of SI, Sports Illustrated.
Why disrespect people when they're leaving?
Yeah. Okay, here's the full trade. Cowboys 2026 second round pick and a 2027 first round pick. So it's a 2027 pick next year. So today the Jets have gotten 2 first rounders for next year for 2027.
Okay. How is
AP's
that?
saying that he's no longer a Jet. It's no team confirmed, but Breece Hall is no longer a Jet. And
they took him off the roster.
AP's been on, yes. Man, if
AP is in Arrowhead Pride or is Associated Press?
No. Sporting AP in the chat.
Sporting AP. Okay, I'm like, what AP?
No, dude, I love my dude AP because he got me the Creed shirt. You saw the Creed shirt, right?
Yes, nice.
Shout out to him. Love me. And Benny is no longer a Jet. Now people are saying a lot of people are no longer a Jet. I did see that Jordan Schultz tweeted, "It's not over again." He quote tweeted his "It's not over" tweet with another one that said "It's not older." So Tucker, did you expense the blazer back to work? No, dude. No, I didn't do that. The last suit I bought is probably older than Tucker, so take that as you will, but navy is by far the best suit color. I thought so too. I think navy is probably the most versatile suit color, right? I didn't want just like a regular black suit. I think that's kind of like boring.
Yeah. Like I try to get a gray one.
See, so my other one is like gray
one.
with like, it's like a pinstripe-ish. I guess it's not technically pinstripe, but it's like gray with a little bit of blue in it, but I wanted the baby blue suit. They didn't have it in my size though. Tara's like, we're not buying a baby blue suit. You can't like wear that all the time. It's like,
watch me.
Don't try.
Watch me.
Don't try me. I will do it.
That's funny. I tried. Quick little side story while we catch up on the info.
Yes.
When we were in Vegas for it was the epic Chiefs Bengals AFC Championship game that we won. I tried to go next door to where the studio was at the Wynn Casino in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I was gonna go in and surprise the guys, be like, "Hey, I'm gonna get everybody's suits, and I'm getting like, how long would it take if I brought a handful of guys in? We all got fitted and got suits, and we walked out. Like that'd be cool. It was a big surprise. Just ballpark it. Like, what would that cost?" And the cheapest suit they had at that store was like $16,000.
Yeah.
I was like, let me go. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Make
Put a pin in that. I'll be right back. And then you never saw him again.
Did you hear that? That's weird. You could have said, "Hey, William."
That's crazy. Okay. The reaction that I had in the middle of that was because they're also sending Mozzie Smith to the Jets as well. So the Jets
that's a good one.
The Jets get Mozzie Smith, a second-round pick this year, and a first-round pick next year, in 2027.
The NFL would not let the Chiefs trade for Breece Hall and Mozzie Smith from the Jets now, would they? The NFL doesn't allow things like that.
You know what? That's
because I see in the chat like they wanted Mozzie, so they just both got.
I don't know how that works.
Trade him. Dallas wasn't going to trade him to us.
No. Oh God, no. I wonder how that works. If you can do that,
since the Parker Anger deal,
collective bargaining agreement.
I don't think you can in football. I don't think we've ever seen a
definitely
trade like
can
that.
in basketball because they do it all the time where they buy out the contract, and in basketball they'll just go ahead. They'll trade for somebody, buy out their contract, and then ship them somewhere else.
Yeah, baseball. They don't. It's a player to be named. Like we'll figure it out later.
That is an NBA trade, yeah. Mozzie and Breece for a third. Ooh, that'd be a fun trade. I think it'd probably have to be a second at that point.
You said Breece for a second. We're going to throw Mozzie in there and lower the compensation.
Right. Well, to be fair.
They have enough first round picks. Like you guys have too much. You're gonna need a break during the draft.
Yeah,
how about I'm gonna 2 pick?
All right, I gotta make a tweet here. I'm gonna say, talking Cowboys.
Tell you what, I would love to have Colin Saunders back on this team.
Same. Just for vibes, truthfully.
Colin Saunders and Mike Pinnell 4 years ago promised to do a KCSN podcast one day. I told them that they could have their own show, and they were like, "Absolutely."
People forget. But not you. You don't forget.
I don't forget that. Those two guys are awesome. That was part of the BBQ&A series that we did during COVID.
Yeah.
Told Colin, like, who do you want to pick? You can talk to anybody you want to. And he said, Mike Pinnell. I said, okay, I'm going to send you each barbecue. Pay each $1,000. You guys are going to talk about football or whatever you want for 30 minutes. We're going to record it.
Dude.
And I bet we'll turn good content out of it. And that was the whole thing.
And it was good content.
It was fucking great.
Yeah.
Marcus Robinson did it with his uncle. Marcus played like 8 years in the league. Like the whole thing was awesome.
How many of those did you guys do? You did 4 of them, didn't you?
No, it was like 6.
6? Oh.
Yeah. I ended up doing it with Rashad Breeland. So you're supposed to do it, I think, with Charvarius. And it was like right during when Charvarius.
Yeah. He had some troubles.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It was all like, I think, around that same time.
Mm-hmm.
But that series was great. Mitch Schwartz did it with one of his former teammates in Cleveland. Andrew Wiley did it with Darian Terrell, one of his buddies back at Eastern Michigan.
Shout out Eastern Michigan, man.
trying to think if there's anybody else. I think there's one other guy did one. They're good.
I can't believe the Cowboys made that deal. So I'm curious how the money works with that as well, with Quinnen Williams, because Quinnen Williams, as we mentioned, had a lot of money. Like that was part of the hangout for the Chiefs and potentially trading for him, not only the compensation, because as you're seeing, they guard the Jets got a second round pick this year and a first round pick next year, plus a defensive tackle. I don't think the Chiefs could have ever matched that, right? I don't think the Chiefs could have matched that compensation. And plus the money on his deal is a lot. So, I mean, as we already talked about, like they get a lot of money off their books. They also lose some good players, but it's clear that the new brass, the upper front office of this team wants to clean house of what they did have. Tom Pelissero tweets, the Jets wanted and now have 3 first-round picks in 2027, in addition to 2 first-round picks in 2026. So they have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years.
It's going to be so funny if they're still bad.
It will be.
It's going to be so
And here's the thing. They will be because their owner's still Woody Johnson. Like
it's going to be a tackle, a guard, and like a...
Jets the opposite of
zero
Rams.
tech.
They kind of.
Hopefully they can draft an all-pro defensive lineman and cornerback.
That's crazy. So they have, okay, Adam Schefter just tweeted this out. Jets future picks after today. Let me throw this one up on the screen because Schefter
I got to read a couple. I got to catch up on a couple work emails here.
All right, go ahead. I'll pull you off here. All right. Here's what Adam Schefter says. Jets future draft picks after today's trade. They have as we mentioned, wow. They got 2 first-round picks in this year's draft from they obviously their own, and then they have Indianapolis's. Then they have 2 second-round picks, their own, and Dallas's. Next year, they have an Indy first-rounder, they have a Jets first-rounder, and a Dallas first-rounder. So, 3 first-round picks in 2027, 2 in 2026, and 2 second-rounders in this draft class. They love picks. They love draft picks. That's clear. That is very clear. All right, chat, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are under 100 minutes away. We are under 100 minutes away from the NFL trade deadline. We are under 100 minutes away from the NFL trade deadline. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And $120 million to spend in free agency for the Jets. Yeah, look. They cleared off a lot of money on their books. They are setting themselves up. Check Ricky tweet. Oh, gosh. Check the Ricky tweet is what chat is saying. Love the OTC shirt. He's my tribal chief. Ricky Scoops. Hang on. I'm trying to see. My Twitter's refreshing. I'm trying to find the Ricky tweet here, chat. Everybody's very hyped out about Breece Hall. Is Ricky tweeting? Is Ricky giving us indication that Breece and JJ? No way. No way. Ricky tweeted, sounds like the Jets have another. Oh, you guys are just connecting dots. That's what you guys are doing. Ricky, here's a tweet from Ricky. He says, sounds like the Jets have another big trade incoming. This was 1 minute ago from Ricky Scoops. This is the only NFL trade deadline close to the NBA's. Yeah. The NBA has a wildly insane trade deadline. It is it's a good trade deadline. That's a good trade deadline. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me. No, BJ's hanging out in the back room. He had to answer some emails. He'll be here. He'll be around if anything happens. But big day for the Jets. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We are hanging out here. I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it, guys. I think I'm gonna hang out with you until the trade deadline expires. Until the trade deadline expires, I will be here with you guys and we will talk about it. And we will talk about what the Chiefs should do, what the Chiefs didn't do. Obviously, we'll have only weird games as well. Coming up at 4:45-ish. They will be live, and they will talk about that as well. But I think I will. I'll stay here with you guys, and we will talk about this trade deadline. As it's been a massive day around the NFL. Gary, welcome in.
Hell yeah!
Thank you to everybody hanging out in. You just got a class. Let's go,
Hell
dude.
yeah!
Stay in school, chat. Stay in school. Very excited for all of it. For this day. It's a big day, you know. It calls for big things to be moving and shaking. You have to go to work at 2, Nikki? Dang. This is what I think about that. That's what I think about that. You can't hype live videos? Shazam, is that true? That seems like a flaw in the YouTube system if you can't hype it. JJ to the Bucks. Nate Taylor on the radio said he's hearing Chiefs connected to Bradley Chubb. I mean, that would.
Hey,
what's up?
I screwed up your look.
No, it's okay. Here,
I was just popping back. I know somebody that would know about that.
You said what? What now?
Somebody in the chat tell me who Bradley Chubb, who linked that? Where'd that come from?
Nate said that.
Nate Taylor?
Yeah, that was just in the chat. Somebody said that Nate Taylor on the radio said he's hearing Chiefs connected to Bradley Chubb. Perry 3337 said that in the chat. You probably said it on 96.5, I would assume. Here it is right there, the comment. Nate Taylor, formerly of The Athletic. Chubb is big, unlike Uche. That's very true. I don't know his contract. I'd have to look that up. Here's the other problem, and we haven't really talked about this a whole lot. The Chiefs don't have a ton of space.
Well, yeah.
Same agent as who?
Frank Clark.
Oh.
When he got traded to Kansas City.
Interesting. We're connecting the dots. We got Tuck, I tagged you in the tweet I got from it. Okay. Thank you, dude. Let me get my Twitter refreshed here. Chubb or Achan? Look, guys, I know I've already said this. I think that, whoops. I hit my mouse with my Whataburger foam football that I've been playing around with. It's been my new fidget toy that I have on my desk. Got the fidget spinner. Foam football. I dropped the slinky, so I can't play with the slinky anymore.
I got
magnets.
Good old days magnets. Got a whole bunch of them.
Great magnets.
Water sign from Scott.
That's a great sign. Daniel says, "Hey Tucker, I've heard news of the Chiefs connected to Lucas Van Ness and Zach Harrison. It's from the All Chiefed Up group. I have not seen anything like that. I've not seen Whataburger is good. I have not seen anything on.
Is that breaking news or is that wishful thinking?
I don't know. I've not seen that. Nate Taylor said on the radio he's hearing. Okay, that's from Brad Henson. Tweeted that out. Perry tagged me in the tweet that he's probably listening to 96.5. Tweeting out what he heard on 96.5.
There's nothing. Sorry, you're gonna strike a chord with me today. There's very few people who actually get information who knows what's going on, and they're given information for a reason, and that's Ian and Adam and the big national reporters. There's not always incentive for agents to give local reporters actual news.
Brees Hall just tweeted again.
Oh God, what
dot,
gif?
Dot is what he tweeted. That means he's not being traded. Yeah, where's AP when we need him, dog? Where's Sporting AP when we need him? Two names to watch. This is from Connor Hughes 3 minutes ago.
Okay.
Let me
He's
throw
a
this.
guy.
Yes, he is a guy.
Connor's
for the
a guy.
Jets. Connor does know. Connor has some inside stuff. Let's there we go. Two names to watch for Jermaine Johnson and Breece Hall. There are offers from teams on the table for both. Just a matter of if the Jets accept them. Considering the deals for Quinnen Williams and Sauce, have to like the chances of that happening. So, I mean, I don't think that's much of anything, right? That we didn't already know.
We need information regulation from Pie Desert. I'm so tired of misleading information and people being duped by misleading information. This sounds like such a line. Well, then subscribe and follow KC Sports Network because we don't do those things. And if you get on Facebook, it's the absolute worst place imaginable. And it baffles me. And people get on there and say this stuff, but it baffles me that people get duped by that stuff.
Oh, like the Facebook, like AI slop stuff?
Yeah, like the Mahomes helicopters during the floods, and like the one that had the Royals pitcher gave his entire salary away to homeless people that are homeless and need it. It's like the new way to create engagement to get paid and monetize social media content isn't hateful content because people realize now, like, I'm not going to share because it's hateful.
Yeah.
They have no problem sharing if it's good, even though it's not even close to being real.
Right. And what they do too.
Problem, buddy.
Yeah, I went to college with Pie Desert. My boy
Did
Nick.
you really?
Yeah, fraternity brother. Yeah, we lived in the fraternity house together. Shout out Pie.
Oh, nice.
And Facebook is worse than Twitter. The problem with Facebook too is that they promote AI stuff more than anything else. Like if it's AI, they will promote it onto like people's timeline.
They don't get caught in the algorithm. You'll see it has like 18,000 likes, and it's just part of me dies inside. Like 18,000 people thought this was real.
Yeah. Right. See, Sporting AP in the chat. Shout out AP.
Hell yeah!
Gotta get the hell yeah button. He confirms. That's why I wasn't on that tweet, Tucker. Rude. Yeah.
Herbie Tiopi confirmed.
Great point, AP. He will confirm.
He will confirm.
Somebody said I need
an AP style. Like,
he does.
He won't send a grammatically incorrect text, which is great because I'm just like,
Wow, Tom Pelissaro just tweeted this out. Here we go. On a wild day in Fordham Park, the Jets are not expected to trade Breece Hall. Though there is still over an hour to the deadline, they are not expected to trade Breece Hall. Connor Hughes isn't the guy with Trevor Sikkema.
No, that's Connor Rogers.
Connor Rogers, yeah. They're both Jets guys, though.
I don't know. I know Connor Hughes is a beat writer, and he's plugged in, and I don't know him at all. I know Connor Rogers really well.
Yeah. I knew that you guys had a relationship, Connor Rogers. Connor Rogers.
I should text Connor and be like, hey, how do we get this done? How do we get this done?
Schultz just tweeted that I just need to leave my tweet notifications up is what I need to do. Is so my tweet notifications will just roll in. We can all see those roll in. Jordan Schultz, dang it, I just fumbled. Jets are trying to make another move right now. Not sure if they get done, but they are trying, is what Jordan Schultz tweets out. All kinds of crazy stuff. Jackie wants us to ask Nate about Bradley Chubb. There's been zero buzz anywhere else about Bradley Chubb, so I find that one kind of interesting. For not just like Bradley Chubb to the Chiefs in general, but just Bradley Chubb being traded. Period. I don't know. Yeah, that we did have a lot of hype. We did have a lot of hype, chat, for Breece Hall, but Tom Pelissaro just absolutely shutting us down. I did want to go back to a comment about Ric Flair robe. I have a robe. Hang on. I let me go get a robe, chat. I have a pretty sick robe that I think you guys would really like. It's just over here. There it is. I mean, chat, how sick is this? Isn't that so sick?
It's awesome.
I think I have a fuzzy robe somewhere, but that's so cool.
You need a katana.
Yeah, I do. This is what is this? Is this kimono? I think is what it's called, or something like that.
I'm not smart enough to answer that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner's entered the chat. Hey yo. Yeah, this is what we're doing now, chat. This is what we get in hour 2 of the live stream. We got one more to go, baby. Buckle up.
Tuesdays are great because my wife works. She's picking up the kiddos, so
Oh, nice.
got some time.
Sick road.
Got my stuff done earlier.
Reese tweeted a sad.
Did all our monthly stuff. Did all our bookkeeping. Got a taco gift cards out.
Nice.
We're good.
We're rolling. Jason projected for 2,000 yards. Yeah, dude, he's cooking, man. Jason's good. That offense just might be OP. You know, that offense just might be too good. That scheme. I gotta pick up my football. I fumbled it.
Actually, while we're sitting here, Tuck,
Yeah,
we'll give everybody a little taste of a couple. One of the items in this year's Christmas raffle.
Okay. So, do you need we should make you full screen? Oh no, you're good. Oh yeah.
Andy Reid autographed world champion.
You don't see those very often.
You don't
see those.
see Andy Reid autographs anywhere. Somebody's done this for 5 years. Finally, I found a new site. Had never seen Andy Reid stuff signed, but it is.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty cool.
Actually, there's another one that's relevant. It's pretty good. Travis Kelce.
Is that rookie?
Yep.
Damn. Cowboys did trade for Quinnen Williams.
It's only PSA graded 7 though.
Signed or just a regular card?
Just a regular card. And yeah, we got other stuff. I showed you the Chris Jones thing.
Oh yeah, that thing's massive.
We'll just throw this out there for the chat. We also have Taylor Swift signed album. I feel like that one. That one might do well for anybody out there that
Swifties?
knows a loved one that would like something Taylor Swift signed for Christmas.
Very true. I saw.
It'd be fun.
NRH said, "Can I get a clone dog in the holiday raffle?"
I'll reach out to Tom Brady's people.
Yeah, see how much money he spent on that. He had to spend way too much
See
money
if-
on that, right?
He could start selling clone versions of his dog.
Chiefs fans
Actually, you know what? I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah, no, you're good. Tom is having conflicting reports showing up. People saying Jets have multiple offers. So I think AP, what I think what Tom is saying, if I'm reading this correctly, I think Tom is saying that, I think they have multiple offers, but the Jets aren't expected to make the trade. If that makes sense, I think that's what they're saying. Yeah, I did kind of allude to the Chris Jones thing being massive. Hey yo. It's just I assume that the Jets are just trying to like do this for oh yeah, that's pretty sick.
This is cool. Super Bowl tickets.
That's pretty sick.
And finally, you know about this one. I haven't showed this one yet, but I'm going to drop it here in the chat.
Oh!
Chevy Chase signed Clark Griswold jersey.
That's a pretty good one. Holiday raffle. Make sure to stay locked in at KC Sports Network on Twitter.
All the money goes to the Christmas store. We buy presents
Yep.
at Dick's for Operation Breakthrough. They bring the truck. Yes, it is big. It's going to be framed. See if I splurge to frame it before. Got some other frame stuff. But mixing it up. It's not all Chief stuff this time. Got, like I said, Taylor Swift. We got Michael B. Jordan signed Creed poster. Got a Keanu Reeves signed Matrix poster. Got some different types of things this year that we'll see.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I think it's
for it.
cool.
Yeah. Dan Orlovsky just tweeted, Jets are going total rebuild. Brees Hall will be next. Johnson will follow. Chiefs, ? 49ers, ? I don't think Dano knows anything, but
Yeah. Do me to call Veach?
JP Acosta says Brees to the Chiefs, Jermaine to the Chargers. I think those are just his predictions. Yeah, call Veach right now. See if he's busy, actually.
Get a Brees Hall Chiefs jersey. Yeah, let's call him. FaceTime.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hold up to the camera. Like, you're on KCSN
Oh,
Live
we need
right now.
flight trackers. That's
Yeah,
the next step.
Right. Oh, don't tempt me.
Back in the day, nothing like a good flight tracker open thread on AP.
Sporting AP says last hour, I've taken PTO for the rest of the day. We die with the deadline. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Let's go. Rossini tweet. Diana Rossini's got a tweet. Claude says that. Is it happening? Ordering my Brees Hall Chiefs jersey right
BJ,
now.
where is Joel Thorman? Joel Thorman is probably in Brookside right now, playing Neighborhood Watch.
Ooh.
Joel's awesome. I haven't had lunch with him in a bit.
Diana
We have lunch
Rossini.
every few months.
Here we go. From Diana Rossini. She
Okay.
is saying that the Jets' asking price for Brees Hall is a third-round pick per sources. Teams have yet to meet New York's ask with just over an hour to go until the deadline.
Let's go with a little standoff. Who's gonna
yeah.
flinch?
Oh, yeah. Love
Did
it.
we figure out who the Jets GM is? I should know these things. I just picture like him and Veach just texting each other like highlight films of like Brees Hall in college.
The Jets GM is Darren Mogi. He was hired in January. Mogi. I think is how you say that. Mougey.
Flight tracker, Peyton Manning, kill us. Oh, absolutely. Whoever God, what was that guy's name? The weather guy did it, right, Brian? The burger. It's the weather guy pretending to
remember
be
that
out
one.
running
I don't think I
around the
remember.
Johnson County Airport. I was just sitting at a sports complex in San Diego late at night watching old people play softball, trying to see if we were going to get Peyton Manning on the Chiefs.
Interesting
Imagine
enough.
how things would have different. That should be like, oh, that's June podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine how things would be different if Peyton had come to the Chiefs.
I see some stuff in the chat here. Weston Brewer, shout out Weston.
Hell yeah!
Claude,
He's a usual in Lot T. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that we named the chat Lot T because it's like a tailgate, and T because that's my name.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, because it's like people are tailgating here. We hang out in Lot T.
You dropped it the other day casually while we were talking, and I was like, oh, that's good.
Oh, I didn't realize I did that.
You did say Lot T.
Weston Brewer is a nooner in Lot T. He says Nate Taylor said the Chiefs are willing to go up as high as a conditional 4th rounder that can turn to a 3rd round pick for Brees Hall.
Is Nate connecting dots, or is Nate reporting?
I don't know. What's with the robe?
Because
The
Diana
chat
just
asked for a
said-
robe. That's what's up with that.
Give the chat what they want.
Yeah. I like Lot T much better than Ball Knower. Yeah, I know, Nikki. Ball Knowers are people who will listen to that football show. Darren Mogi. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but that's how I've chosen to say it. Interesting about him is he was a quarterback, and he was recruited to San Diego State, 3-star prospect. During the 2006 season, Mogi started 3 games following an injury, following a thumb injury to incumbent starting quarterback Kevin O'Connell.
Mm-hmm. I would have got that if you had waited a half a second. Because that when they had Ronnie Hillman.
That's a good. That 06 team I think was pretty darn good for San Diego
Hillman
State.
came later. I saw Megan worked for San Diego. My wife worked for San Diego State.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
The year that she was there, that's when the football team was good. Brady Hoke was the coach, but like Steve Fisher was the basketball coach. They had Kawhi Leonard, and then the baseball team had Steven Strasburg.
Yep.
She picked a good year. It worked. Oh.
That will help. Looking at Mogi's bio, he was a scouting intern for the Broncos in 2012, and he worked his way all the way up to assistant general manager in 2022. He was named for the Denver Broncos. So he's been with the Broncos since 2012, was assistant general manager, and then this offseason was hired as the Jets GM. Is a little bit about Darren Mogi, as I assume how you say his name.
Not gonna lie, never heard that name.
No, me either.
I am obviously not Ricky.
Chiefs on pace says Mozzie Smith or Travondre Sweat. Mozzie Smith is probably off the board because he got traded to the Jets. Was that Brett calling is what Jake wants to know. If Brett was calling you.
And I just said no.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay.
No,
Nate Taylor saying on the radio that KC's connected to Bradley Chubb. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't seen a lot of smoke outside of that for Crosby to the Cowboys.
Right.
There's no way.
F it.
Yeah, the Cowboys just like, you know what we really
That's
need is a marquee pass rusher. If only we had one of those. Jordan Schultz has tweeted breaking. Jets running back Breece Hall wants to be traded, I'm told. A little over 1 hour until the deadline, but Breece, quote, wants to be out. That's an agent tweet.
Basically saying, Jets, I dare you to keep him.
Yeah,
I
right.
dare you to keep him in that locker room.
Yeah.
Trading everybody else. That is Jordan. Like, I don't know Jordan at all. Like, that is the perfect, like, everybody's just hanging on every tweet. So I'm just going to put crap out there. So it just keeps getting amplified. Like, it's a nothing burger.
He just wants it to the top. He just wants it at the top of people's feeds, basically.
We all know Breece Hall doesn't want to be there. He's tweeting that out himself.
Right. They want a third rounder, is what's been reported. Is they want a third rounder for Breece Hall. No team is coming up to meet it. That's why that's kind of at a stalemate right now. So we'll see.
The Chiefs' fourth rounder is probably not as good as somebody else's fourth rounder.
Is Nate going to make it to only wear games today? I think so. I don't know. He hasn't said it otherwise.
37.
Right.
You should just be live the whole time until that show actually starts.
Be there eventually, yeah. Breaking, Breece Hall is a running back. Yeah, Nikki.
Hell yeah!
Make sure to hit that like button. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us here. We got 500 of you guys watching right now. Shout out, chat, as we are basically counting down the minutes, counting down the seconds until the NFL trade deadline is closed. That is at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Arrowhead Standard Time. We're out of Daylight Savings Time, so we are in Standard Time now. Arrowhead Standard Time. Let's see if the Chiefs make a deal. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hour and 10 minutes until the trade deadline ends. And I'm going to have to go to the bathroom before an hour and 10 minutes is up. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Just kick me out. If I'm screwing up what you guys normally do, I can be on my way.
I mean, no. I do this. This is what I do.
Just do what the chat tells you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Put on a robe.
Seamus says standard time sucks. I think I agree. I think I want to be permanent daylight savings time.
I don't like when it's dark at 6:30 at night.
I agree. Jackie Moon
weird.
says you better stay, by the way. Jackie Moon say that in the chat.
All right. Wife's picking up kiddos. I got a thing at 5.
Oh, better not still be live.
I should probably eat today.
Justin
I'm
says
not
I
eating
practice at 3:30. Can they do it before then? I hope. My flight is fixing to take off. Who cares? They don't actually need it. The pilots can do it with... The pilots can be fine. If you used a little bit of service, it'll be fine.
Figure out what team the pilots root for, and maybe they're waiting on some news too.
Yeah, say, hey, Captain.
You a Jets fan?
Jets fan, because maybe I don't want to tell you this actually until we land.
Because super tough. If the Chiefs land out, which running? See, that's where I was starting to bring that up earlier. That's going to be really disappointing when all of a sudden Pacheco goes on IR and it's like, sorry, I know we have that moment of you getting so excited that it wasn't bad, but they can't keep all of them, can they?
No, Elijah
Pacheco,
Mitchell.
Hunt.
I don't know why Elijah Mitchell's still on this roster.
You muted?
Frankly. No, I'm talking really quiet. Can you hear me now? No? Got me? All I was saying was I don't know why Elijah Mitchell's still on this roster.
I just heard that last 4 words. I don't know.
Oh, that's great because that's all the words I said.
You don't know why Elijah Mitchell's on the roster.
Right. Yeah. So I think that he
Yeah.
should be the odd man out.
He's not really playing though. But like when Pacheco comes back healthy, and you have Pacheco, Hunt, Brashard Smith, and Brees Hall.
Well, Brashard Smith's probably going to be the odd man out there in like terms of playing time. Yeah. Unfortunately. I don't know.
I don't like the idea of giving less snaps to somebody that's
Oh, I never said I agree with that.
getting more.
Yeah. I
In the
don't,
future.
I don't agree with that. Pacheco won't be, though. Why did we not get a pass rusher? Guys, there's still an hour and 10 minutes left. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time for these deals to get done. Deadlines make deals, chat. Deadlines make deals. What's going on with Calais? I don't know. I mean, he just played a pretty good game last night.
I hate where this has landed because now every time the Chiefs have an 8-yard run and the running back gets up and celebrates, I'm going to be thinking, man, Brees might have scored.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
Said the same thing about them needing DeAndre Hopkins, to be fair. I said that for 2 years, and they brought him, and he couldn't catch the ball at all.
Yeah, that was insane, actually.
Except for the one against the Bengals, which was crazy.
Ooh, this is interesting. Tater's Rule says, I think Fulton could be, as like I'm talking about like the roster spot odd man out. I'm curious if he gets traded. I know his contract is like a lot for another team to take on, but like they have not played him at all.
Would they give up on him completely with the money they probably already had to pay him, knowing that
Probably
what
not.
happens in 2 weeks if Jalen Watson or somebody gets hurt?
Probably not.
Just keep him.
Yeah.
Make 2 mistakes by getting rid of him, then you finally might get value out of the contract you gave him.
They're not going to trade Pacheco. They're not going to do it. He's also currently hurt. Trading a guy who's currently hurt is like unheard of. I think that somebody on the IR just got traded maybe a couple of weeks ago, but that was like very rare for that to happen. Pacheco's not on the IR to be clear, but Fulton
But he
wouldn't
could go
last
to
5 minutes in the MetLife field. That's probably true. His knee
send a
would be done.
5th and Pacheco to Tennessee for Pollard.
Josh Williams in conditional 4th into a 3rd for Brees. But do people want Josh Williams? Just
Hot take,
because
do you trade McDuffie? Can we not start the conversation of trading great players in a year that we could still try and go win a Super Bowl?
I'm a big fan of keeping good players on my team.
Especially ones that everybody likes.
That was a conversation
In the locker
earlier
room.
before you hopped on, especially with the Sauce Gardner trade of him getting 2 first-round picks and AD Mitchell for him. Of like, would you do that for Trent McDuffie? If you get 2
Trent
first-round
McDuffie's
picks,
not Sauce Gardner. As much as Trent McDuffie's very, very good.
they play different. They play 2 different styles of that position.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I do think they extend McDuffie, Jackie.
Ooh. Zach Kiefer, Colts guy, covers the Colts. I think he's with ESPN now. He was with the Athletic. No, he's with the Athletic. Maybe he was with ESPN. Anyway, Zach Kiefer said, another layer to this Colts trade, you don't give up first-round picks each of the next 2 years if you think you're going to be in the market for a quarterback. This indicates ownership, Ballard, and Steichen are sold on Daniel Jones moving forward. Okay. Good for them.
Why wouldn't they feel that way? They've got a great running game. They got a great coach. Like, I completely understand that the Colts are overpaying, but this is
This
pushing
is
in the
their
chips.
window.
Yeah,
This
you
is
push
their
in the
window right
chips.
now. Yeah.
So like,
AFC's down. It makes sense.
Mhm.
I understand why they're doing it, but like, what happens now? This is like you're playing the hypothetical game, and it just gets really dangerous, right? But what happens like next year if Jonathan Taylor doesn't have the same rushing game, right? Or they don't have the same type of rushing game, and you've like invested long term into Daniel Jones. Then you kind of like, but there's what ifs, you can play with everything, right?
Right.
So,
Like that's the coulda, shoulda, woulda. Like at this point, you've got a great team, great situation.
Yeah.
Young quarterback. Like the finances are there. Pushing it, especially because Ballard, he's had a few windows where he's pushed and done different things, and he's had the ability to do it. This is that window, and I think before you have to like establish what's your criteria for how much are you willing to invest future struggles to win now. Like, fans act like they are, and then when you do it, it's like, well, what about the future? I'm like, not talking about the future. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
they've got the ability to go win it, and if they win and then they suck for a little bit, they're going to be okay with that. That's the Florida Marlins.
Speaking of, John Morant wants out. Do you see that? John Morant wants out of Memphis.
I don't know anything about the NBA.
Veach should go get him. Go get him, Veach. Bring John Morant to KC.
Why do I get a feeling of Brett and Andy's arrogance or not getting anybody? I don't know if I call it arrogance. They might overvalue the guys that they have, but they know more about what they have than anyone else, and they obviously know what it takes to win. I mean, they're above criticism, but I don't think it's arrogance on why they're not doing this. I think they draw a line in the sand and they're not willing to budge off of it. Same thing with the way they negotiate contracts. They make an offer and they stick to it. They don't negotiate against themselves. And they say this is the offer, and then they say, well, we got to get this, and like this is our final offer, and then they come off of that. Every time they ever negotiate ever again, everybody knows they'll come off of it.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Art of the deal. Fully somebody wrote a book about that. We don't negotiate with terrorists is a hilarious. Great comment right there. Does KCSN have a cap expert? I'd love a video on it, especially void years.
Bearcat
is a cap expert.
He's KCSN's friend. He could be our cap guy. Sure.
Yeah. He's KCSN adjacent for sure. I don't know shit about the cap. I don't know how any of it works.
Chris Shea's got it figured out. The cap isn't real. And so the Chiefs don't do void years, and cash is what they work off of, not the cap.
That is pretty crucial. Cash is an important part of it. I think the Chiefs are like 7th in cash spending though this year too. So,
well, they paid some guys. They're gonna spend money next year too because they got to pay McDuffie.
Yeah, I do. AP says he has legal experience and gets shirts. It's true. 1 hour left, chat.
Hell yeah!
We are strapping in, buckling in here as we are getting down to the nitty gritty. I should go to the bathroom before.
Chiefs fan 15. That's the Saints. Aren't they the ones that keep doing all the void years?
Yes, Saints. The Eagles have started to do it a lot more recently too. But we are getting into the nitty gritty. Packers are signing free agent wide receiver Michael Woods to their practice squad.
Germ 4183. We're gonna get Tony Pollard and gonna like it with a emoji that means you shouldn't like it. I like Tony Pollard. I thought it made the most sense. Yeah. He's not as good as Breece Hall. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it seemed more realistic.
Yeah, I agree.
Tweets. I have a bad feeling that in some ways the Chiefs might be getting used here for Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Because nobody in the NFL wants to see Breece Hall go to the Chiefs.
No. Nobody.
Just because of on paper and the way that people think.
Lance Zerline says the Jets are positioning themselves for a huge reset with loads of future first rounders and rookie contracts. This draft class coming up, not just the quarterbacks, there's a pretty talented draft class, especially next year when you talk about Jeremiah Smith, you talk about the wide receivers in that class, the one kid from
Carnell
Tate, yeah,
kid from USC.
Yeah, there's some really good wide receivers in that next
Arizona.
2026 class.
Tyson.
But yeah, that's why they're stocking up for that draft.
Jace Brown.
Chase Brown.
Just want to see. I want to see how long it would take.
Yeah.
We get the running back from Missouri, Hardy.
Ahmad Hardy, yeah, he's not this next draft, but the year after. Matt Zoller's Jets QB1 in 3 years. Big game for the Tigers this weekend.
Hell yeah!
I thought about trying to make my way down to Columbia. I don't think I will. But big game against number 3 Texas A&M at home.
Sure did you come down last weekend and help me with the defense in the flag football game? Torched. Nothing
Jordan
we could
Tyson took McKnight, yeah. Flag football, man. Who's a good flag football coach? Just won a title, actually.
do. Kent Swanson.
Kent Swanson, yeah, just won a title.
Should have asked Kent. I was in charge of the defense.
Chiefs fan 15 says he's got a spot on the couch.
7-yard hooks, just killing us. Got to play zone, play man, bunch of over outs and mesh, and couldn't cover them.
That's interesting. In the chat, they talk about hearing Broncos got Waddle. We haven't heard anything since Chase Daniel and Jeremy Fowler's cryptic tweets about the Broncos. Don't be sleeping on the Broncos. And then there's been nothing since then. Again, still 55 minutes. 55
You and
minutes
Briscoe.
until Briscoe tweeted the same thing about you. Oh, look at us. Sometimes we're on the same wavelength, and it's scary sometimes how we're on the same wavelength with some of that stuff. That's how it goes. Scrolling Twitter here. It's getting kind of quiet.
I figured out why the the RPM we talked about for YouTube
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
being so high is also because your guys' show is an hour and a half long on that football show.
Yeah, sometimes we just get going and we can't stop.
They're an hour 20, hour 30.
We posted an episode, I want to say a few weeks ago, where both Verder and I were kind of like on a time crunch, right? Like we had to try to fit it in with our schedules, and it was under an hour, and people were like, what are you doing? Like you are gypping us.
That's funny. Seamus, the kids are great. Thank you for asking. It is an amazing time in our house right now because fall sports have ended. And so flag football just ended last weekend.
Yeah.
We were in the semis. If we would have won, we'd gone to the championship same day. So it's still going to be over that day. Fall baseball ended week before. That ended on a high note. Now we just got basketball and some baseball workout things. So much more manageable, but kids are doing great. Son's in orchestra, goes to school early every morning, plays violin. He's just an excuse to go hang out with his buddies because they all decided to do it. It was like all his friends are all in there doing it.
I'm going to use this opportunity to go to the bathroom as we are 54 minutes away from the trade deadline.
I will answer some questions in the chat. I'm staring at it.
Lee's got some business questions for you in there, but I will let you go full screen. And then...
How many people full and part-time does KCSN employ? 3 full-timers, like 2 full-time-ish freelance positions, and then or 3, and then about 30 contractors that are seasonal. Most of those are during the football season, but have some others that are at different points during the year covering soccer, baseball, all the different things. So yeah, it's a very unique business, but Buck handles it all the day to day. Killing it. Give us the juicy details on the Jordan Schultz comment. The Jordan Schultz comment. Oh, about that wasn't about Jordan Schultz. It is in context, I guess, of Jordan Schultz, but in the past, teams have gotten upset where if the team announces a piece of news, and then Adam Schefter would see it, and Adam Schefter would just tweet it out without tagging the team account. All the team reporters and all the digital people talk as to how different national reporters do that. And so then they started quote tweeting once it was announced, saying officially official, rather than just taking it, not crediting where they got the information. Schultz hit up KCS asking why he didn't just retweet him. Oh, Jackie, no. That's just common. That's a thing that people say a lot. Jordan's always been cool because we cite him and not whoever. And that's Joel, our social media guy, does all of that. But most of the time, if you credit them, they don't care. And it's only relevant for 11 seconds before half the aggregators steal it anyway. Are you close with current Chiefs reporter Matt McMullen? Matt's my guy. I don't talk to him as much. I don't really talk to anybody as much, except people with KCSN and the family. It's just kind of that point in our lives. My kids are in 5th grade and 3rd grade, and they're both involved in like 3 different sports and activities. So we are always running around doing different things. Matt McMullen is one of my favorite people. One of my favorite people I've worked with. I worked with him at Chiefs. He was an intern. And I got hired to do community stuff, started doing the football stuff. And then when I left the Chiefs, took on a bigger role, started doing some of the stuff that I had done and some of the stuff that he's done. He's done a great job. That's awesome. It's one of the good ones. How do I get jobs with KCSN? We're always kind of like open and kind of adapting to what's happening. Kind of grew pretty quickly with the Chief stuff. I have a lot of shows. I'm not trying to add necessarily new shows left and right. We learned a couple years ago, you could put too much content out there. People can't consume 4 podcasts in a day, even if they're different personalities and different hosts. So always trying to add different parts of KCSN and what we're doing, find people that how we operate fits into like their daily schedule and content and all that stuff. And luckily we found people and it's working, doing really well. I feel like you have a unique perspective on the whole Josh Simmons thing without speculating what happened. How do you feel about it? I have no idea about the Josh Simmons stuff. I tell people I honestly don't know what's going on. I just try to be a human being about it. And normally if things really don't make sense, there's a huge piece of context and the truth that's missing, especially when it comes to this. There's certain different reasons that the organization is going to handle it a certain way. As annoyed as fans can be about it, not having the information. And I have no idea on the organization side, but they're still going to want to support this player and they want this player to feel like the organization is supporting them, whatever they're going through. You can't do that by going out publicly and talking a certain way. And there's a reason that Andy Reid has the reputation he does and people speak of him the way that he does. Even when he cuts the players, they still love him more so than a lot of other places. It's because of the way they handle things. So the Josh Simmons thing, as curious as I am, just how something like this can happen at this point, how serious it must have been. From an organization standpoint, they've got to make sure that, that relationship stays good and that they feel like they're supporting a player that obviously needs it with whatever's going on. I think it's just being human beings about it. What advice would you give us next time something like this happens? This one was unique just because the organization never handled anything like that before. That's why you knew it was different. And there was a reason that they weren't speaking. There's a lot of very emotionally intelligent people that care about the people that are involved behind the scenes. So while it's annoying, we always see things play out in slow motion. They're very thoughtful and intentional with what they do. That's how much I can share. They're good people. When KCSN uploaded all their content to one channel, it was wild. Yeah. We've talked about splitting it up and doing different things that kind of fundamentally changes how we're set up. But when we were doing the KCSN updates, that were supposed to be 15 minutes, me doing my 5 burning questions with Nate Taylor, and it turned into a 40-minute podcast every day. That was when we realized like, hey, our numbers are awesome. The total numbers were great, but the average listens per show, and we weren't putting the best shows out there as much. That's why I took myself off. I wasn't following it as closely. The content wasn't as good as it had been in the past for things that I was doing. And the network was going to do better if I took myself off camera and I started focusing on the community stuff, the business stuff, and just making sure that it's all going in a general right direction. Just talking, Tucker.
That's what I do here.
I was trying to get through the questions. The strange thing, all the news breakers were afraid to report on it.
There's some good
I don't
questions.
think anybody knew. Yeah, Josh, I don't think anyone knew. Like I said, there are very few people that are plugged in enough to always know what's going on with every situation. And those who do are bartering information. That's how it works. You have to have something that is of value to the other side for you to get something.
Right.
Agents aren't just going to give you breaking news because they know that's how you could monetize it and function and create a living off of that. Well, they're going to want something in return for it. And if you don't have anything that's valuable for the other side, you're not going to get, you could run into something every once in a while, but those people aren't going to know everything about everything. Every once in a while, I might have a conversation and get caught up and learn something, But putting that out there when I do have that little nugget, I could be right. But guess what? The next time something happens, everybody assumes that I know because they think that that's how it works. Is somebody's just feeding you all the things that are happening. I just don't want to get caught up in it. Never did. He used to talk to Therese about that all the time. Him and Herbie both, because they were playing breaking news game, and it never seemed like a whole lot of fun. And it wasn't my job, obviously, at the Chiefs or when I was blogging before that. It wasn't what I did either. How soon do you think they let Simmons talk to the media? Immediately, second he practices. It's a first round pick. They're going to get requested by everybody. The NFLPA will get involved because it's been such a big story that they have to make him available. And by rule, every player has to be available during the week. I'm not going to name names, but there are players that I would quote in stories when I worked at the Chiefs. And then if they said like, hey, you didn't talk to the media this week, like, yeah, I did. I talked to BJ. And then I'd send the link and like, here's their quote. But
that's smart stuff right there.
Is it possible for anything other than players and coaches to be traded? I don't know. Trade a washing machine, like semi-pro. You know what they did? Get some Coke, like Moneyball. Get the vending machine filled up. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Blazers for Brees. Should get. Like, I'm gonna get you a special blazer someday.
I need
a
a
breaking news. You need. I stole it. Stole my fucking plan.
Sorry, damn it.
There was that place in Kansas City. Somebody shout us in the chat. There's like one clothier that people go and get like a bright red jacket. I'll buy it. I'll expense it for you.
50. It looks like there's one you can get for $55. And I just go, oh, there's one at Kohl's. Oh, it's got like the little black pieces right here too.
What is your favorite Colquitt memory? Not even my memories. The stories I heard of what Colquitt did in other situations that I wasn't there for. I just wish I had been there. Putting all the sex toys in the roommates' luggage so they get scanned at the airport and looked at, like, that's pretty good.
He told me one. I don't know if this was on a podcast or not. I think this was off of a podcast, and I think this is with Jared Allen. Actually, it's what him and Jared were talking about it before we started the podcast. But he went out to, I think Jared Allen had a farm. Or no, this 100% was Sherman is what it was. It was because Sherman had a farm. They went out. He had a big long snake skin, and Sherman found the snake skin and was like, "Hey, look what I found." And Dustin was like, "Give that to me." And so he went in when they stayed at the Highmark. There was only I think a couple of years that they stayed at the Highmark. He put in Cairo Santos's bed the snake skin.
Yeah.
And Cairo Santos pulled the covers off, found the snake skin in there, and he said that like they were escalating it to a level of like, we have to open up the drywall to find where this snake is because there's a snake skin right here. And that's a big snake. It's in our hotel somewhere. And Dustin was like, they were going to like call the authorities. And he's like, luckily I got involved. He's like, I don't think that they knew that it was me. Cairo, or I think maybe it was Cairo and Palco were together or something like that. It was like one of those like quarterbacks. Like they were both rookies at the time. I'd have to go back and look at the roster, but both rookies at the time.
Back then it was Thomas Gafford. I think it was Suckup that first year. He's like, I came in when I started with the Chiefs, it was training camp that first year, and Santos, I think, was competing with Suckup.
Yeah.
Suckup had missed the kick against San Diego, the Chargers, the year before. So they brought him in to compete. And Cairo was good. I remember writing a feature about Cairo when he was an undrafted free agent about how like his dad had tragically died in a plane. His dad was like a stunt pilot.
Oh, wow.
And he got hooked up with a host family, I believe in Florida, that was really big into soccer, and he had moved there, and like one of the host family brothers had like got him to kick a football one day, and it just like took off from there. It was a great story. I'll never forget this. It's actually one of the coolest moments because I'd only been with the Chiefs for a couple months. Like Cairo came up to me after practice one day when we were getting ready for media off to the side. And he came up and was like, "Hey, I just want to really appreciate you for writing that story. I've had a couple of my teammates read it and have come up and introduced themselves to me. And something about the story like spoke to them. They came up, introduced themselves. He's like, I'm getting a chance to like get to know my teammates a little bit. And your story helped." And I was like, "Fuck your story, but thanks, man. Like, I actually feel like I did something."
Yeah.
So that's really super cool. Love Cairo. Cairo was great. I felt bad for him that last year. He kicked a wet ball and got hurt. Can't.
I mean, look, he's still kicking too. Like he's still in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's great for
so him and Eric Murray still around. He was there
Right.
like that first draft class, like Raheem Nunez Roches. He was a 2015 draft class because they had Rameek Wilson and DJ Alexander and Steven Nelson and Eric Murray. Like all these guys played for a long time. John Dorsey, very good. No, people forget.
He's a pretty good drafter.
He's pretty good. I think is he in Detroit still?
I would have to check.
He's just like a personnel guy.
I'm gonna pull this up real quick because I want to see. Okay, I guess Nacho's the only one that's still playing technically.
Eric Murray's still playing. He's played
Eric Murray, I think, was UDFA. Or was he?
Eric Murray's drafted out of Minnesota. 4th-ish.
I might not. I don't think it's.
Am I making that up?
I don't think it's that year. That's Eric Murray. Hang on. 2016. Eric Murray was 2016. The 2015 class, only Nacho was in that draft class. Only Nacho was still playing for that draft class. Okay. But I mean, Marcus Peters, Mitch Morse, Chris Conley, Steven Nelson. Those are your first 4 picks of that draft. Those are some very good NFL players. Rameek Wilson.
They got a bunch of production 2 years in a row out of their draft classes.
That was a good draft. Going back to the 2016 draft. I mean, Eric Murray is still playing. DeMarcus Robinson's still playing. Chris Jones is still playing. Tyreek Hill is still playing. That was a draft that was almost 10 years ago. And they got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those guys still playing.
I remember that draft of being at like the draft party when they traded out and they ended up getting Chris Jones. Like you're at the draft party and there's like 10,000 people or however many people are at the indoor. Like everybody's celebrating. Everybody goes home. It's like you just came and partied for an hour to celebrate one guy who's not even joining till tomorrow. Kivari Russell. Forgot about him. I'll never forget Kivari Russell's first training camp, like media, or one of his first training camp media. You got to ask some questions. He started talking about life-changing money and what it means of all the money that you make in the NFL. He didn't say like, I want all this money, but he immediately brought up money and it was weird.
Yeah.
And he got traded like very soon after.
Kivari Russell played until 2021. That's surprising to me. I didn't realize he played
Bengals,
that long.
Didn't he?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, Bengals, and then he never actually played a game for the Chiefs, a real life game.
Phillip Gaines,
yeah.
Chris Ballard loved him some Phillip Gaines.
Played for the Saints a little bit too. Former Chiefs defenders, man, that's where they love to go. Is the Saints? That's crazy.
Yeah, the game in Indy for Gaines, it was not a good one. He was the one where Alex Smith had like a concussion. They said he didn't have a concussion, and it was like he passed and he didn't pass, and then it was an ear laceration.
Yes, it was an ear injury.
It was like an ear equilibrium or something. And then the next year it was like a non-functioning ACL. Like we're getting into some stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, look, that 2016 draft class is
Jackie. No, I will not.
Some things are better left unsaid, Jackie. Patrick Mahomes, Tano Passanio, and Kareem Hunt, those still playing for the 2017 draft class. Wow.
Tano Passanio, 6'8", 290 with like 3% body fat. That dude looked like he's going to be the greatest football player. And he's still playing. Is he still?
He is.
He got traded or?
He's on the Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay. He was with the Saints, and then did he go? I think he went somewhere else.
Saints, and then so he was on the Saints twice.
Bring it up. Bring it up. You know, it's our guy in Dallas.
Yeah, I know. Joel P. 7582 says, BJ, is UNT football better than Mizzou? People are starting to ask the question.
Has Tucker Franklin ever ate a hot dog on the 50-yard line at Mizzou's field?
Damn, that's a good point. The tide kind of turned for UNT after I ate a hot dog on their 50-yard line. Maybe I need to go to Columbia. Seamus, can you get me into Columbia with a hot dog? Can you get me into Faroe on the 50-yard line, and then maybe the tides will turn?
You've got connections.
We cracked the code. Oh, I could get on the 50-yard line. I don't think I could. I think I could. I know the right people to ask.
Yeah.
Tano Passanio is actually for the Bears right now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was on the Bears. He was, New Orleans. I thought he was in Miami, but I might be thinking of Emmanuel Ogbah is who I was thinking of, who's in Miami right now. I get you a hot dog. I don't know about the rest. Okay.
It's that whole era that Mitch Morris and I were talking about on the podcast yesterday, where during the offseason, Mitch and it was Ryan Hunter, who's another offensive lineman, they would just come sit at like our table. It was like myself and Nathan Brunzi and Mark Machevas, I think, at the time.
Yeah, those are good stories.
And just like sit and have lunch with us and always be so nervous because like coaches and like people would walk in and be like, we didn't sit here. They did.
Yeah.
Like we did not try to sit with separate. We're not trying to hang out with them.
Oh, Ogba might be with Jacksonville. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Chiefs lover. I knew he was one of those Florida teams that suck. You need a salad? Shut up, Mark.
What a dick.
I miss LDT.
Says the guy's lost 55. I need a salad. He's talking about me.
I don't know who's Mark talking about, but Mark needs to.
I tried to do something athletic last week and literally pulled about every muscle in every different part of my body that you could.
Well, my back's a little tight after I lifted yesterday. I need to do some cardio, actually. I'm probably not going to do that. I didn't. Oh,
the humble brag to be like, I injured my back, lifting, doing some back squats.
It's just tight, is all. Tucker, thoughts on the flow?
I threw out my back sneezing.
I think Theragun is the best investment post 30. Yeah, I have one up. I have one upstairs. I need to charge it, though.
I found a Tiger Balm. I never knew what that was until Arizona. I'd never experienced it. Didn't know what it was about.
Oh, Tin Man wants to know what the bar was in Phoenix area.
Oh, Pub Rock.
Pub Rock. There you go.
Pub Rock in Scottsdale. Great spot. Go see Hachi. Do a great job. It's a tough battle. People talked. I was in Arizona for the game against the Raiders, and we're down there watching it. And I don't like watching football at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm never going to get used to that. I did that when I lived in San Diego. It was just weird. But it was a great spot to watch a game. And Hachi kind of MCs it during the game, and they do contests and all this stuff. It's actually pretty the hard balance to talk during games, and especially at a large bar with a lot of people. Handle it well. Crushed it. So it was me and all of my baseball teammates were there, and probably going to be the same time.
From Crayola.
At the gym?
Yeah, and he stared at you for 5 minutes.
Sorry. That's funny. I'm just glad I was at the gym. Which gym? Crayola? Joined Lifetime for a little bit. Did Hilltop for a little bit.
Yeah. They're putting...
I will say that this is going to sound so bad. I get it a lot, especially if it's a Chiefs-related thing now. People will just randomly stare at me, and it's just why are you staring at me?
Lifetime is what Crayola says.
Yeah. Was it late at night, generally, when I was there? Shooting baskets.
Once I saw Matt Miller at Cracker Barrel, is what Jackie Moon says. I'm going to screenshot that and send it to him. Because that's hilarious. I haven't had cracker. I live... I don't think I want to dox myself. There's a Cracker Barrel not far from where I am. I almost doxed myself right there on the chat. I pretty much doxed myself in Halloween tweet too. I didn't realize it until I looked at it later. I was like, whoa, I just posted my address essentially. But Kent has told me several times that he's like, when I get from work, let's go get lunch. And I'm like, Ken, I'm kind of busy during lunch. During your lunch hour, I'm kind of busy. But he's like, let's go to the Cracker Barrel for lunch.
I call you in the middle of your stream.
That's fine. It's fine though. Yes, Seamus, the trades did slow down. We kind of had a little bit of a slowdown here. Calm before the storm, maybe. Let's do a quick little trade recap here. So obviously, the big news of the day is that the Jets are absolutely fire selling. It is a fire sale in New York. They have traded Quinnen Williams to the Dallas Cowboys for a 2026 second-round pick, a 2027 first-round pick, and Mozzie Smith. So they get all that back with Quinnen Williams going to the Cowboys. The Cowboys also earlier today traded for Logan Wilson, the linebacker for the Bengals. So the Cowboys defense getting a real big overhaul before they play the Chiefs on Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks.
Jerry said he was going to stop chasing $100 million in natural gas and fix the defense, didn't he?
He did say that. He said he needed to fix that defense. Chiefs Lover said, I think I saw you at AMC 20 a few months ago.
Me?
Were you at the AMC 20 a few months ago?
Which one's the AMC 20?
That's the one in Leawood.
Town Center.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's right by their headquarters.
Yeah, probably. I'm in the not to dox myself. I'm in the area. I go to B&B more.
Interesting. I'm an AMC homer. I have the AMC A-list pass.
I don't want to go under 69 Highway. I'm gonna stay on this side of that. It's tricky. You might as well be Lee Summit to go all the way over there.
Lee Summit.
I'm much more closer to B&B, and plus it's close to Red Robin, which give my kids any restaurant in the world to go to. no costs involved. Red Robin will be the number 2 choice.
Who do I think John Cena's last match will be
Number
against?
1's Dairy Queen, and I say no. With some campfire sauce? No, you didn't. You liar.
That's such a funny comment.
It is. It actually made me laugh. But I was like, no, you didn't. What's the best KC barbecue? Joe's.
Oh, I went to Joe's. I told you this.
God. See, this is what I get. We're talking. Now I'm not a fan of 69. Come on.
Yeah. Joe's is really good.
They've been doing a lot of work on it.
No, correct. They are doing so much work on 69. Also, I went to Zurcher's and I got that skeleton, by the way.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What was it? What was the cost?
It's like $35.
Okay. When did you get it?
2 weeks ago.
Okay. I said go now.
We should go now.
$10.
We should go now. Actually, that's a good call because Tara was like we should get another skeleton. I had my skeleton do the 6-7, like that. The hand motion is what I had it at, and there was only one kid said like, "Oh, the skeleton's doing 6-7." I was like, "You made me happy because you thought of it."
During Halloween, all of our kids were all together. Our daughter kind of went with my wife, and they went with their group, and then I went with my son and all his group.
Yeah,
and the parents, we tried to destroy 6-7 by using it so cringely.
Yeah.
That we feel like we can ruin this. We can do this pretty quickly. I don't feel like it's going to take a long time. We did our part.
Yeah,
I said it
has. I don't know if you've seen this. It has surpassed 69 as the most popular number on the internet now, which is wild. Cena's last match is to be against Josh Briscoe in a Pokemon.
Less conversations I have to have right now. So
that'd be funny. Who do you think John Cena's last match will be against? I don't know. I think it's probably going to be The Rock. I think they're probably going to do this whole tournament, and then all of a sudden it's just going to be The Rock. Kurt Angle.
You know the like popular.
Yes, so funny.
It's one of those like it and Shawshank Redemption are the two things. Like when I start watching it, if it's on, like I'm gonna watch the rest of this. That video and the Leroy Jenkins got going. Like,
right. Ethan Page would be wild, Jackie, if it's Ethan Page. Stephen Holman says he has a spreadsheet of 69 barbecue restaurants in the Kansas City area. I plan on going to all of them. Share that spreadsheet with me, Stephen. I'm curious.
We talked about doing like a barbecue crawl.
That would be cool.
Like a KCSN barbecue crawl.
I
wouldn't make it past the first one.
Yeah. Josh did that for one of his buddies' birthday party. They had a barbecue crawl, and he said he was very stuffed by the end of it.
Done a handful of brewery, like hopping breweries around Lenexa and KC and all the different places.
What would be a dream?
What would be
you go.
Holiday Distillery?
Yeah, that's good.
I love Holiday.
It's actually so sick.
We're actually gonna invite. We can talk about this. We talked about it, and this will put it out there. We're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna sell tickets or just make it like something where you donate, you get to come for the Trez thing. Like make it to where people can come hang out with us because we have that whole event center.
Yeah.
While we're recording on the last day, probably the last day, just on Saturday. Have people come hang.
I was in my head. I was trying to think about how we can broadcast, like how we can get the sound from the live, because I know that people hanging out with us obviously like to hear it. So I was trying to think between now and then we need to find a way to get
delay.
some, like, well,
with the headsets, we can have it go through the televisions in there.
Well, yes. What my thought is through the Roadcaster, you can have an output on the Roadcaster as well.
We have a
like,
speaker.
If you have if you get like some like a big speaker or something and put it.
I already have
obviously back further away. Well, perfect. We can just plug it right in there and have like the live output, basically.
Do you guys know we're always going to be doing the draft from Holiday?
Yep.
We'll be at Holiday Distillery all the time. We get an Airbnb. The guys fly in. Maddie comes in. Hopefully Craig will be around.
I hope so.
Everybody stays in. I stayed up there one night just because it was not. You can't do Airbnbs in Weston, so you're like in the area.
Platte City
Weston
is where you end up going. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to say that.
Where else are you going to get an Airbnb in the area?
Atchison, Leavenworth.
Gross. Sorry, Herbie. But
you go stay with Herbie. Herbie's house is huge.
Bunk up with Herb.
Herbie's house is huge.
That's actually what we should do.
Have you ever been to his house?
No.
It's humongous. He's got like all kinds of. It's like right on base, but like old General's quarters. He's got all kinds of stuff. It's cool. Shout out Herb.
Shout out Herbie. I didn't get to talk to him this week because it was an away game. I usually talk to him for the home games, but I didn't talk to him this week because of the away game.
I was gonna talk to him because I'm meeting him to get the. We don't have to have that conversation.
Yeah, it's okay. Here, speaking of, Adam Schefter says there have been 6 trades today, tied for the third most on any trade deadline day going back to 1990. There were 10 trades November 1st of 2022 and 8 trades of November 5th of 2024. Still work to be done. And there's about 27 minutes left in the NFL trade deadline. We've got the Jets selling everybody. We got the Cowboys making a couple moves, as I mentioned earlier. The Colts going all in. We'll see if the Chiefs end up doing anything. I'll still be live. And Tom Pelissero's out here tweeting about practice squad moves.
See, those are the favors.
Yeah, right, 100%. Yeah.
Be shocked if that practice squad player that he's tweeting about doesn't have the same agent as one of the guys
That's a
that
big
made
guy.
it.
Yeah.
Or
Easy
agency.
Buckets. Easy Bucket says, look at the Chiefs' history with third-round picks. Casey has to give up that third. How far back do we want
Jamal
to go?
Charles.
We want to go
Will Shields.
Brett Veach era. So we'll start in 2018. His first third-round pick was Derek Nottie.
Colin Saunders.
He has another third-round pick, Colin Saunders, in 2019. Great poll. Lucas Niang. That's a tough one. In 2020. Third-round pick. Didn't have one in 2021.
Thanks, Nate.
In 2022. Third-round pick, Leo Chenal. That's a pretty good one. You'll probably take that one. 2023, your third-round pick was Wanya Morris. And your third-round pick last year didn't have one. Or 2024, yeah, didn't have one. 2025 third-round pick, Ashton Gelati and Noel Williams. I mean, I think it's awful. Wanya Morris is not great, but, can't really say anything about Gelati or Noel Williams yet. Noel Williams has gotten a decent amount of playing time.
Yeah, you'd have to compare that to another team and all of their third-round picks, not the one cherry-picked player. You're like, well, that guy was a third-round pick, so that's how all third-round picks should be, except for the Chiefs.
Right. Mr. Kwan says, day one here, question, when you ask other hosts, do other shows, or when you and the other hosts do other shows, can you share the links? I love hearing the other team hosts ask you questions because it gives insight to what they think. Sure.
You do. I pass most of those to you and Kent because you guys are more on what's going on.
I try my best, especially I went on with Mia O'Brien in Jacksonville. Love Mia, Club 904 down there in Jacksonville. That was very fun. I always love doing pods with Mia. She knows ball. I shared that one out there. I think Josh went on a Buffalo stream, and Ken and Maddie also, I think, both went on Cover One as well. So there was plenty of stuff last week. I don't know.
No, they know those guys well. They're good dudes.
They do.
Always like those guys.
I'm trying to think other shows. There might be some Colts stuff, I guess, because Zach Hicks does Colts stuff, so there could be some Colts overlap. I'll make sure to Jackie's comment made me laugh. I'll make sure to share that stuff if it does happen. I'll let the guys know to when they go on stuff, which is usually Seth and.
Why are they called bozos? What did I miss?
I think he's just calling them bozos because they cover the Bills, and they're Bills people. That's what I think he's doing it. There's one. They don't need to get to. It looked like Nate had been saying on the radio that the Chiefs, for all their deals, were going a fourth rounder with a conditional third, basically. A fourth that could be a third is what Nate is reporting that they're doing for that. But
do you think Cliff Kingsbury could be our next head coach after Andy Reid retires?
Sure. I mean, I guess he could. He could.
No.
It's possible.
You and I have talked about this, and I know nothing about Cliff Kingsbury. Obviously, we know that he was with Patrick Mahomes. Remember how we talk about Patrick Mahomes being this raw player that had to like learn all this stuff?
Yeah.
Right? If Cliff Kingsbury had developed him, he wouldn't have been talked about as being this raw player. Not that he didn't learn schemes and
No, that's a great point.
help him make plays, but like he wasn't getting him right because of how much was talked about, how raw he was. It's just weird that he feels like he gets credit on both ends.
Yeah. 22 minutes left in the NFL trade deadline, chat.
And yes, Gucci, I know. Jay Frosty, he just designed cool plays and let him chuck it all over the place.
I mean, look, that was great college game plan, truthfully. Just like,
I'm not saying it didn't work. I'm just saying it's not what prepared him to go to the NFL.
They didn't really win a ton of games at Texas Tech. They have that one Baker Mayfield game where him and Baker played, and it was insane. But Rich,
you have
Rich
the Iowa
Kameen.
State game where they got their butts kicked, but Mahomes was hurt and wanted to put himself back in, and that went a long way with the powers that be and what kind of competitor they were getting, and they were right. I said that I get accused of being a homer and like, you just say all this positive stuff since you were at the Chiefs, yada yada yada. Like, yeah, I could have just been right too, because this is in the middle of a dynasty.
Yeah. Tweet here from Rich Kamini.
Maybe not
Samini?
Aaron Curry, but
Kamini? Samini?
Yeah.
How do you say that? Sauce Gardner was stunned by the trade per his brother and agent, Alante Gardner, who told me he learned of the deal around 12:15 in a call from the Jets. They had no inkling before that, he said. Sauce has no negative feelings toward the Jets. He understands it's a business, Alante said. Sauce did get a call from Aaron Glenn.
that's good.
Yeah. 100%. That is good.
Yeah, it's good to get the call and for them to put out there that they did call. Remember
Right.
the Jeremy Maclin, like, nobody called me. Like, well, you got on a plane 10 minutes later and didn't answer your phone.
Yeah. Blazing Bobby says, "Hey Tucker, just a heads up, you're way quieter on my." Oh no, I guess it doesn't matter now.
You were mumbling.
Yeah, that is also a really bad habit I have, is mumbling. It's not great for like a podcaster to have that problem of mumbling, but oh well. What am I gonna do? What are we gonna do? Ian tweeted official again. Oh, there's also Bozo. All right, thanks, Blazin' Bobby. People acted like Dorsey was the devil for that. For what? Oh, the Mac thing.
I think emotions are running high on all sides, and
Are there any cut candidates at the D line the Chiefs may add after today? I mean, I don't know.
are there any veteran guys that aren't on teams now? We talked about this a month ago.
Christian Wilkins.
No.
I mean, that's just...
I'm not choosing violence on this election day.
I gotta go vote. Tara and I gotta go vote.
Yes, you do. It was very quick. I was done in like 5 minutes. Shout out everybody at the fire station.
James Palmer just owned Ian Rappaport? What?
Oh, bring it up.
Let me see if I can find it. Tag me in the tweet. Jake, tag me in the tweet. The election is just Jackson County, not Clay. I don't know.
I voted in Johnson.
Right. I know that there's... Was it school board?
School board. Yeah.
Bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
Water district.
Oh, he said officially.
City council.
That's funny, actually. City count. Yeah. Yeah, I think today's like... Was there another Starbucks feud? Man, I wish there was another Starbucks feud. That was the best day of my life.
We were there.
We were there.
Remember we went to High Velocity afterwards, and everyone was just like hanging around trying to figure out where they were.
I remember Verram and I were talking to Jeremy Fowler about it.
Yeah.
Because Jeremy Fowler was there. He was a first-hand account, and he was tweeting stuff. What was it even about? I know that like
the way in which they were what was it? It was basically like the context in which they were reporting about.
I don't remember what it was, but like one was like they are going to do this, and he's like, "Well, it's not done yet." But then
it was a dumb
thing,
and they both dug in, which means like they were probably both right, just describing it differently.
Right. Yeah, I see people on the timeline on my Twitter timeline right now just begging for another trade. This morning started off so hot and heavy, and we got so many blockbuster trades this trade deadline, and I'm
sorry about my yawns.
I can get over it. So much. Adam Schefter said, as expected, Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown has not been and will not be traded by today's trade deadline. I'm going to quote tweet that with a Patrick Mahomes tweet. I'm going to quote tweet it exactly what he is saying.
Chiefs not trading Mahomes.
Yep, as expected. Boom.
Yeah, he insinuated Schultz slide. Yeah. I remember Ian was kind of coming across a little condescending.
Right.
Shocking.
Yeah. He went to like Columbia, right? Like the Ivy League school?
I think so.
Vernon and I had the conversation of like, if that's the home turf, right? A Starbucks would be the home turf for Schultz. What would be the home turf for ENB? A Vineyard Vine store?
Good question. Where is Ian? Didn't he get started like covering Alabama?
He did, and I didn't know that until Verderham told me that. Yeah, he covered Alabama, and he covered. There's one other that he did before he went national. The opposite of a big and tall store. That is funny. Yeah. Let me look real quick. Boston, Massachusetts. He covered. No, I can't get his Wikipedia page. There it is.
No.
He did go to Columbia University, majored in history. He was a college rower. He covered the Mississippi State Bulldogs in 2004, moved on to Birmingham News in 2006 to cover the Crimson Tide.
Is he a coxswain? Was he aura farming before it was cool?
Maybe he was. After receiving this job, he served as a Patriots beat reporter for the Boston Herald for 3 seasons, starting in 2009.
I did ban the guy. Chat. I got him.
Oh. I wasn't even paying attention.
Kept saying the same stuff over and over.
Yeah. That's enough of that. We don't need any of that.
If it's spam or it gets personal, I will ban. If you just come in and say, like, how does that taste? Go Bills. Fine.
Yeah. Right.
That's fine. Just don't get personal.
Yeah, don't use like slurs either. I'll ban you right away if you use any slur of any sort. Unless cracker. You can say cracker. That one's funny. Like Antonio Brown called Mike Mayock a cracker at one time. That was funny.
He called the Oklahoma kicker like the cracker of the week because he had like his pants all the way up. The dude drilled like 5 50-yard field goals or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I think more kickers are going to start wearing their pants like that.
Jackie, on the contrary, I think the chat needs to keep feeding the trolls because more comments. You get more comments in the live chat, and that means more people will get into the video. Per John Heyman, the Royals will place Kyle Wright on outright ravers. Wow.
I thought I said per Kansas City Sports Network. I'm like, Joel, breaking news?
Joel got a piece of nugget and was like, I got to do that. Yeah. Outright waivers. Former 5th round overall pick, won 21 games and Cy Young votes in 2022.
Oh, that's right.
Lengthy rehab process after capsule surgery. Recovered from an oblique strain. Bounce back candidate in 2026. John Heyman. Okay, here's an interesting note here from Jonathan Jones in terms of one of the Cowboys trades. A small thing, but the Cowboys sending the higher of their two 2027 firsts to the Jets means they cannot use the other first until the end of the 2026 season at the earliest. The condition will tie up both of those firsts until the season is over. So, what they're saying, what Jonathan Jones is reporting, whatever one of the two, their own or... Is that Green Bay's first rounder that they have there? Whichever one's higher, they are sending to the Jets. So they can't trade either one of them until they know which one's higher. Their other one, I should say.
Okay. Sorry, Brett.
Yeah, Brett. Brett.
Sorry,
Wrong,
Brees.
wrong number,
Sorry,
Brett.
Brees.
You gotta pass him along to whoever the Jets GM is, Darren Moogly or whoever. Chiefs are sticking with the roster that they have on the roster. I think you're gonna get the Mike Pennell as your trade deadline acquisition, and you're gonna like it, which is kind of a bummer if I have to say so myself.
I just got text. We do have to meet at the office tomorrow because we're going to get the Soul of Casey raffle going soon.
Yep.
Because the shopping trip's going to be on the 5th.
Ooh. It's gotten early this year.
It's earlier than normal. Just got that note. So we got to get it going. So normally run for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And it's going to be during a bye week, which isn't ideal.
I'll be there tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. is when I'll be there. I'll do the stream from the KCSN Global Headquarters as well. And then
Okay.
I got to do the Mizzou podcast at 2:30. So.
Okay. I have a meeting from 11 to 12, and then I'll come by.
Oh, perfect. I'll get done at.
You
It'll
said
be a
you'd
short
there
stream.
at 10? I'll
Short
stop
stream.
by. I can stop by before my meeting on the way.
Okay.
I'll drop up all this stuff. So if you want to take pictures of the items for the graphic, you can.
Yep. That sounds good.
That's how the sausage is made.
Yep. I will be there. Yeah, I'll be there at 10. I need to go lift tomorrow. I need to get myself out of the bed.
I got to get the Get Butter page set up too.
Oh, you want to know something funny? Little peek behind the curtain. Jay Frosty, I'm just not going to dox the KCSN Global Headquarters.
It's on Google.
Oh, yeah, it is on Google. Brees Hall just changed his Twitter background? This is massive. This is
guy's
massive.
He's fucking with people right now.
Oh, yeah.
He has 10 minutes where everybody's looking at his Twitter. You know what his Twitter numbers are probably doing right now?
Oh, dude. Is it? I hope he has monetization on.
Per
Because
Josh Briscoe, Tucker has not been traded.
That's crazy. Who said that? Josh didn't say that. I don't see anything on Twitter.
Chiefs 314.
10 minutes left and we still have done nothing. We'll see. We'll see. Brees Hall has also deleted his sad face tweet. So maybe he's happy face now. I love that you guys are absolutely 23. What did 23 minutes? We're back to 23 minutes now, Brandon. You forgot to. Yeah, there it goes. He deleted it. Yep, he forgot to edit the copy and paste. If you're gonna have a bit, Brandon, you gotta be on it, dude. You gotta be on it if you're gonna have a bit. I'm gonna catch you lacking. If you're gonna have a bit, I had a stroke. If you gotta have a bit, I'm gonna catch you. You gotta be on it, man. You gotta be on it. Here's a third for Tony, but an actual good football player, no shot. We can't even pry Calais Campbell loose. Maybe he doesn't even want him. Maybe they don't want to trade Calais Campbell.
39 years old.
Maybe the Cardinals are convinced that they can get a little frisky with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback. I'm telling you. Unless we score 30 every game, we aren't winning this year. He put a ref flag in his bio. You guys on Brees Hall Watch are the best thing that's happened to this chat, I think. I need to know every single change that's happening to Brees Hall's life. Ever. Calais wants to retire a Cardinal.
No problem, Lee. I'm happy to be here. I just got up early, got all my stuff done. So.
Oh, sausage. Here's another sausage just made. I went to bed last night. I was like, nice, I can go to bed. Went to bed for a little bit. Woke up because I said, oh no. This was like 4 a.m. Woke up and I said, I forgot to edit 10 things. And so I woke up and I had to edit 10 things. And then I went back.
It didn't have to go up in the morning though, did it?
For me,
The video.
The video did. The video had to be up before noon.
But the audio could go up later.
Yeah, it could have.
Okay.
Checkered flag. Interesting. Checkered flag for Breece Hall in his bio? The finish line?
He could just be messing with us.
100%. Calais wants to retire a Cardinal, but he would accept the office of Pope. That's a good one. That's a good
Breece Hall
one.
needs to put out a link to his Discord server right now, and that's where he's gonna break the news.
Dude, yeah. He checkered flag for the Kansas Speedway. Fuzzy Cats, appreciate you hanging out.
Hell yeah!
Appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll see. We'll see if anything happens here. BJ, did you watch the World Series? You watched that last game of the World Series, Game 7.
I watched bits and pieces. I didn't see the end of it.
Good game.
Was a good game. That was great. There were so many good, just as like
They had
people
good
know me.
baseball
I'm a baseball
Yeah.
person long before I was a football person. It wasn't even just there were good games. There was such high quality, like intellectual defense in the plays that were being making. Even with like Vladdy Jr., you talk about the hitting, some of the things he was doing defensively with some of the plays and decisions that he made for like next level. Like it's good to see, and it's somebody that coaches youth baseball and tells kids to like watch these guys and pay attention. Like it was great to be able to reinforce some of the things that happened in those games and some of the decisions that were made defensively.
Yeah.
Throwing the hands up on like the ball, like we talk about that with our kids all the time. Like, don't go for the ball. Do not grab the ball. It gets stuck, pinned, goes under a temporary fence, gets caught up in a tarp. Throw your hands up.
Yep.
So after the game, he's like, "We've been taught that since we were kids. Throw your hands up." Just smart baseball stuff. It's cool to watch.
There were some really good games. I know that a lot of people were upset with the Blue Jays walking Shohei Ohtani every time he came to the plate in that marathon game, but like, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pitch to him.
No,
Oh.
no.
The greatest baseball player to ever live. Like, that's the only time that you feel like you could walk somebody and not have anybody disagree.
Right. Jackie, we will stay on a little after 3. I know that the trades trickle in, but I will stay a little after 3. You guys are getting greedy at this point. But we will stay live a little after 3.
Yeah, what if Breece Hall's in the chat?
Breece! What if the person tweeting out or putting in the chat the Breece Hall updates is Breece Hall? Should I respond to Breece to the link to the YouTube video, or just I would say
he's
the
coming home. He's
StreamYard
from
link.
Wichita, Iowa State.
Right, that's right.
Killed all of our teams all the time.
That is right.
Yeah, Wichita, just part of the KC Metro.
You have a 4-hour circle.
It's connected through Emporia and
Omaha would be
Ottawa.
basically if you do that.
El Dorado.
If you do that right, where you hold the and then you draw the circle around. I think if you do that to where you like Wichita hits right, Omaha would also be a part of it, and you might actually end up hitting St. Louis too. So it's one of the things where it's like,
That's true. I do have to pay. This is what Tucker gets paid for.
yeah, this
This
is
is
my
Tucker's
job,
job.
guys. This is my job. Yeah, I mean,
It's true.
in 90 we trust. Sorry, I can't spell his name. I think that's fair. I'll give you a pass on Mini Hugh. I've typed it so many times in my life that I know how to spell it, but
Aminu.
mm-hmm.
My favorite name used to be Rapati Pito Atua. That was a good one.
I mean that's a name for sure. Tuck, when is Verduran coming on? I don't know.
I wonder what he's doing. Playing pickleball
He probably is playing pickleball. That dude plays so
and
much
then checking his
pickleball.
phone after every point.
No, I think he's probably doing like a live blog or whatever they call them.
I was going to reach out to Connor Rogers. He is on a live stream, but I didn't think Connor Rogers, being a Jets content creator, would want to come on and talk about the rumors of a possible trade, considering everything else they have going on right now. So I just went ahead, put that ask in my pocket.
That's fair. Ricky said the deadline is done.
Ricky doesn't get to decide that the NFL rules break by 3 minutes. Ricky doesn't get to decide that.
Verderam working the phones.
He might.
Maybe.
That guy does that. I've personally seen that dude chase down sources.
He does be working the phones. Jordan Schultz, despite significant league-wide interest, Titans are not trading Tavondre Sweat.
Didn't say anything about Tony Pollard, though.
Did not say anything about Tony Pollard. That is true.
LOL, you guys played yourself. This was always the most logical outcome. What did we play ourselves for?
Yeah, I was just gonna be live until the trade deadline was over. Win or lose.
Yeah. I didn't put money on it.
Do we use our timeouts now or after the 2-minute warning? After the 2 minute.
I asked if there was a 10-second runoff on a penalty in a flag football game on last weekend. It's like 5 seconds left. They called timeout and then false started. And the other coach was like the league director. So I was like, it's not a runoff? He was like, no, the clock stopped. I'm like, it's a runoff. I'm pretty sure it's a runoff. Please
take a runoff, yeah.
Please. We can't stop you.
Yeah, Ricky Scoops a minute ago. Great.
He's fine, Maddie and Kent each, so they have to say sus stuff live on the pod. Each time they say sus stuff live on the pod. So you want to get sound effect anytime they say something that you think sus, you just...
I got that one. I also have
the Among Us. It's the Among Us sound, all those damn YouTube videos my kids watch. I hear that.
Trevor Penning to the Chargers?
That makes sense.
There it is. Deadline deal. Deadline deal. Poor Mr. Adam Schefter. The Saints are trading Trevor Penning to the Chargers.
Where is he going to play next year?
Yeah, that's a great point. Shout out AP in the chat as well. He hit us with the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Hell yeah!
Trevor Penning to the Chargers. I'm curious what that will be compensation wise for the Chargers and the Saints.
It's a rental, right? Did he play another position? It's like Joe Alt or Rashawn Slater going to guard.
Yes, exactly. So, I believe he is in the final. He's in the final year of his deal. Oh, the NFL tweeted pencils down. Gross.
Ugh.
We'll see if there's Oh man! So Ricky quote tweeted his tweet where he had tweeted out an hour ago. Sounds like the Jets have another big trading coming. Crazy day. He quote tweeted that tweet and said, "This was Jermaine Johnson. God bless." So it sounds like Jermaine Johnson deal was on the table, but it does not get pushed through. Also, the Broncos don't make a deal either, as we were talking a lot about the Broncos maybe trying to make a push for Jalen Waddle. As of now, I should say. There are still some deals.
And just because it's not reported by the media doesn't mean that it didn't get submitted through, although it would happen quickly. The league would let them know.
Yep.
But it's not like it's Ian Rappaport's Twitter account that it has to be tweeted by.
It actually that's a new
it's a new rule.
New rule this year. Actually, it has to be reported by Ian. This has to be reported by Ian. Bumpa BB, thank you for the super chat.
Hell yeah!
How are the Veach defenders going to cope here? Ooh,
I'll be a Veach defender. We do this every year.
Mm-hmm.
We could go back to chats and the years that they've won the Super Bowl at the trade deadline or the free agent deadline or at any time where huge contracts are being thrown around and the Chiefs don't get involved and everybody gets really upset because they get getting excited about something. I think what they're saying is that the first stream where Veach is getting heat and I'm not a part of it. I'm not going to be upset that they didn't give up a third for Brees. That was a coin flip, if that's what it was. And that's what they needed to come off to do. Are there any moves that you feel like they should have made, Tucker? Assuming that what you think... Sorry.
Go ahead.
There's a giant assumption that people are gonna think that even if it gets reported or leaked out or some aggregator guesses that the Chiefs could have gotten such and such for such and such compensation. Because two different conversations of, is this team good enough and was there a deal worth making?
Yeah, so that's also lots of context goes into all these trade deadline things. And I think that last point you made there is one that's going to be very, very important. Is it like, I'm sure Veach, I don't think Veach just didn't call people, right? I think the Chiefs were probably interested in making trades for Jermaine Johnson, right? Or Bradley Chubb, that was reported by Nate Taylor. Like, I'm sure there was interest there. Both sides have to agree to a deal. And I think that's kind of the part that gets lost when we talk about trade deadline stuff, is that the assets that the Chiefs have, and granted, they don't have a ton of them. The Chiefs do not have a ton of assets this year. They have 6 draft picks for this upcoming draft. Yeah. So that kind of handicaps them a little bit. They also have to get the cap space, and they don't have a ton of right now either. So it would have to be some kind of money moves that they would have to do, and they would probably have to get around. They probably, I mean, they would be able to. They would probably be able to. But the guys that we were talking about with Jermaine Johnson, with Bradley Chubb, Trevondre Sweat, anybody on the defensive line, I think that was always going to be something that I think that they needed to add, was somebody on the defensive line. Now, I think the spin zone for that, which is not a spin zone that I'm looking forward to happening. This is me, I guess, calling my shot here. So when this happens, you guys are aware of it, but it's going to be like, oh, Mike Pennell was the addition that we made. This defense needs a little bit more than Mike Pennell when it comes to someone on the defensive line. So it is, I understand the frustration. I really do. Because I do think this is maybe, the pass rush is a lot more glaring of a hole than it's been in these recent Mahomes years. And I mean, look, offensively, could they have added another running back? Would another running back help? Yes, but I think that's just like kind of a luxury at this point. Like, that was going to be a luxury spend. But now the defensive line, this is who they got. This is who they got, and they got to try to make the best with it, and it hasn't been very good so far this year. I think they probably needed to make something happen, and I don't think there was anything available for them to make happen with what they had to spend, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think there's levels to it too, and this is the nuanced part of the discussion that gets lost, and people hear what they want. But even the Chiefs need pass rush help. This defense, right, at different points this season has shown when they play their best, they're good enough to beat and shut down anyone.
Right.
They have played that well. It's prisoner of the moment because we're thinking about what just happened in Josh Allen, James Cook. They had no problems offensively on it at any side. But at different points of the season, they did look good. Doesn't mean they can't be improved. Every team could be improved somewhere. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if they're as far away as people are making it seem that they are. I mean, they just look like shit against the Bills in a lot of different ways, and they lost by 7. I know it could have been 10 easily if they would have made the kick.
For sure. Yeah.
But this whole, like, they're getting dominated, they're the worst ever. It's this language that it's like, no, they could improve, but not that far off. Hopefully get some better effort. Some of those key plays, which you will down the road. It's annoying to watch now.
Brees Hall tweeted out, Brees Hall watch over here. Sick about my brothers, man. Happy for them, but man, I'm sick right now. Jordan Schultz also tweeting out, Jets are not trading Brees Hall, who wanted out. Quincy Williams and Jermaine Johnson, per sources. Offers weren't good enough for them. Also, Adam Schefter tweeting here, despite getting calls for Jalen Waddle and Bradley Chubb, the Dolphins did not make another deal before the deadline and opted to hold on to both of those players there.
The Christian Wilkins one just cracks me up because it is fascinating that there's a player as good as he is. It's just sitting.
I think his foot is like legit messed up.
Is he still not healthy? All right.
I think that's kind of why. And I know that there's locker room stuff there that happened is like part of the reason why he was gone. And there was some locker room stuff in Clemson, but like in Miami, it seemed like everyone liked him there. So it's like, it's kind of weird, right? With all that stuff. I think it depends on what locker room he goes into, right? What environment that is.
I think the Chiefs environment and the Dolphins environment will be a little different.
100%. Yes. But, I think he wanted the Raiders wanted him to get surgery again on his foot with the same doctor that he got in surgery on the first time, and he said, I don't want to do that. Why would I do that? I think I messed up the surgery the first time. But
Yeah. One of the comments got me pretty good.
oh boy.
Don't put it up.
I won't. A lot of people in the chat are saying,
And play well against bad team. Like,
shout out to the super chats though, by the way. Thank you for the super chats, Green. Not drafting a running back. He says drafting a running back in a deep running back draft is crazy. Sure.
I mean, Brashard Smith. I mean,
in the 7th round,
receiver, but
and then he also saying that they played well against bad teams. I do think that I think that the Ravens are like they were pretty hurt. I think the Lions are actually a good team.
they didn't play bad. And against the Chargers, like it was a handful of plays. Like, yeah, there's 4 or 5 plays you take back. The record's different, and all of a sudden people are talking differently about this team.
Yeah,
you disagree. Like it's an opinion, but
for sure. Yeah,
I don't think the defense. I'm not saying they were good, and they were not good at all. Against Buffalo, where everything just looked easy. It's one thing if you get yards, but like guys are just missing tackles, or they're like overrunning something a little bit. Like they're right there to make a play. It was not the case against the Bills. Like they shout out Joe Brady or whatever design they had to get our linebackers not even close to the guys that they ended up chasing. Whoever's fault those were on those different plays, but you can't convince me that this defense has been so bad this entire year. They haven't been a reason that they are 5-4. Defense has played well at times. Now, is it a lot more dependent on crazy blitzes and putting more on Spags to be perfect with the play calling? Yeah, it's the same thing with the offense. That Andy Reid's got to be a little bit more perfect because we haven't had the ability to pick up any kind of chunk yards in the running game.
That is a problem. Yeah.
It's just putting more stress on both sides. Spags has to be a little bit more perfect.
Yeah. It is interesting. They have had a pretty decent track record with the Jets. I see T's comment in here as the Jets could hurt their division rivals by trading with us when we've given them multiple picks for bums in recent years. They did it with McCole Hardman, right? They traded for McCole Hardman. They also traded for Derek Nottie. So the Chiefs have given the Jets some late round picks, and it seems like they've had at least a line of communication there. It does sound like the price just wasn't high enough.
Neither one of them are coming off their offers. So.
Right. Yeah. So that's just what happens. Oh, well. Right. So this is the team now, unless they sign Terrell Suggs.
Or Christian Wilkins.
I mean, that's what you're looking at now. You're looking at guys who are free agents.
Aaron
currently.
Donald.
Maybe he wants to make a little bit of a run, huh? That's what you're looking at. Benjamin Albright says the Broncos did make calls depth-wise for receivers and offensive line and also tight end over the last week, but the tight end thing fell apart after the team had an injury at the position. Which sounds like it was the Packers. That's interesting. Yeah, Chargers. Trevor. I haven't seen actually the compensation for Trevor Penning. Actually, now that I think about that, would be hilarious if Brees forced to release now that he wasn't traded. That'd be crazy. Lots of crashing out going on the timeline right now that I'm seeing. James Palmer says, I'm really looking at the Jets having 3 first-round picks in 2027. That's shaping up to be a top-end draft class. That's where they wanted their first-round picks, and I get it. 100% makes sense. You talk about Jeremiah Smith. You talk about Ryan Williams, Carnell Tate. You talk about all those guys, the quarterbacks. Arch Manning will probably figure it out by then. So a lot of stuff... A lot of stuff going on. No trade for the Chiefs.
2027 NFL draft will be in Washington, D.C.
Well, they could probably do that at a pretty cool spot, huh?
It's going to be at the National Mall.
That makes sense.
Thought it might be in New York.
Oh, that'd have been nice. They're just stocking up for picks. It's in Pittsburgh this year, right?
I don't know.
I think it's Pittsburgh and it's DC, and I think they announced them 3 years ahead of time. So, running back from Notre Dame will eat in KC next year. Hopefully.
BJ loves DC. I've never been to DC. It's on my list.
That's from the same account that said he saw you there.
No, unless it's Dustin Colquitt. I do love me some Dustin Colquitt.
Oh, DC, yeah, Dustin Colquitt.
DC
Their long.
Comics?
Wait,
Marvel guy.
the Chargers long snapper just retired. Rick Lovato has been placed on the reserve/retired list. That's interesting.
I feel like that Mahomes meme. So is Trevor Penning to go to be a long snapper?
Yeah, Trevor Penning long snapper. Field Yates, with the trade deadline now past us, any player that is released by his team is now subject to the NFL's waiver system. Previously, it was just players with less than 4 accrued season. Vested veterans will not be able to be released and sign with a new team right away. Interesting enough.
Wow. So you can't just
They go
do
through
an
waivers.
old favor.
Yep, everybody going through waivers.
Huh. Interesting.
That is very interesting. I still have not seen any compensation about this pinning deal. When I get compensation about the pinning deal, we can kind of wind this down because we do have to. I mean, only
I
the
gotta
games
go
will be live in an
just 'cause-
hour and a half.
No, they won't. Come on. It'll be 5:15. It'll be 5:15 a minimum.
I texted them and see what they were, what they plan on doing. Neighborhood Watch is out. Man, I still have
Somebody's
not seen
walking
any.
by the house.
I need to go touch some grass after this. Holy cow! I need to go outside and soak up some sunlight. But in this dark basement.
My son's got a baseball lesson tonight, and wife's got a meeting at the school. Big meeting, big night here at the Kissel household.
That does sound like a big night. Yeah, I have not seen any compensation for Trevor Penning, actually. I'm going to click on a Pro Football Talk story, unfortunately, and see if there's anything in there.
All right, Tuck, I'm gonna hop off real quick
Yep.
and let you go, but appreciate everybody. That was just fun hanging out in the chat. I'm gonna figure out a competition, Tuck. Let's do $50 gift card to Tacos for Life. Somebody hanging out in the chat. However you want to do it.
Okay. I
That's how
got it.
sausage is made.
I got it. Okay,
People-
$50 gift card. I'm going to.
I'll do two $50 gift cards.
Two $50 gift cards. Let's do a random number generator.
It's gonna be in the Kansas City area, or coming into Kansas City. I'll mail them wherever. Just send me the addresses, whoever won.
Yeah, we'll do. Random number generator. We are going to pick a number between 1 and. I have to pick a number big enough, like a range big enough where people don't pick the same number.
I want to go while you figure this out. Appreciate
no,
all of you.
You go.
Thanks for
We'll
hanging
figure
out.
it out.
See you next time. Later.
We'll see you. All right. Chat. Whoa. What should we do, chat? 325 people watching. Hang on. Contest. YouTube contest picker. Sorry, chat. I'm Googling. Oh, there's a comment. Those are all comment pickers. The random YouTube comment pickers. That's not really what I want. That's not really what I want. I want somebody. Okay. Chat. Here's what we do. I'm writing down on this piece of paper. I'm going to think of a random Chiefs player. All right, chat? Random Chiefs player. I'm writing it down. I'm going to write it down so you guys can't pick it. Random Chiefs player. The first person I see with this name, not current roster. Not current roster. First person who says this all time. Guess my ATM code, bro. All time. I've written down the name. I've circled the name. First person I see with it, I will grant them Grant them the gift card. Have not seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. Oh my goodness. Lots of names coming in. Popeek Keys is incredible, but no. No. No, I've not seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. It's still not there. All-time Chief. Whoa. I think I saw it. Hang on. I think I saw it. This is like guys naming dudes for a prize. Nope, I haven't seen it actually. I lied, I haven't seen it. Keep going, chat. I'm gonna scroll back up to make sure I didn't see it. I haven't seen it, chat. Keep going. Okay, it's all Jackie's guys naming dudes. Nope. No. No, none of those. Wow. Oh, chat. Nope, none of those. Oh man, the chat is it's freaking flying right now. Holy cow. It's a deep pull. It's a defensive player, chat. A defensive player. Defensive player, chat. Nobody has gotten it. This is unbelievable. Not active player. He is not active. Does not currently play in the NFL. Defensive player. Does not currently play. Defensive player. Mike DeVito's a good guess, not quite. It's not Javon Belcher. No. Man, still nobody. Vrabel's a good guess. It's not Vrabel. It's not Terrell Revis. He was, you guys are hilarious. It's so funny you're not getting this. It's actually so funny that you guys aren't getting this. Hang on. Let me double check and make sure it hasn't been said yet. It hasn't been said. Okay. According to my Command F on the searching the chat, it has not been said. It has not been said yet. Let me give you that. This is crazy, chat. It's so crazy. You guys aren't getting him. Do you need a range? Defensive player on the Chiefs. Pre-Mahomes doesn't currently play in the NFL. From 2000 to 2010, I want to say. Defensive player. It's not Eric Hicks. This is actually hilarious, chat. This is actually not Jared Allen. This is not. This is wild. I cannot believe you're not getting this guy. Not Sean Smith. Not Glenn Dorsey. Not Albert Lewis. Not Donnie Edwards. This is crazy, chat. Naming it, we are trying to name the random chief that I have written down on this piece of paper right here. There it is! I found it! I found it! We got it, chat! Chat, we got it! Sean Barber was the right answer. Shout out! Sean Barber. It was Sean Barber. Let's go, chat! Dodobas 48. Email me. Or if you have Twitter, send me a DM. And I will get you this gift card. That is hilarious. BJ said he had 2. BJ said that he had 2. So, I know, dude. He worked for KCSN. Sean Barber worked for KCSN. I don't know how it took you guys so long to get it, but you guys got it. Shout out, chat. You got the Sean Barber. I love me some Sean Barber. No, dude, chat, I don't think... Please don't make us do that again. I'm set. Like, I don't think anyone said that. I've searched the comment section. There's only one Sean Barber. Well, now there's 5 because people have said. Yeah. Dubas is the first one in the chat. I'm command effing it right now, chat. Worst Sporkle ever.
Hell yeah!
Okay. All right. I will get you your gift card. For the last one, I am thinking, yeah, Verno will come on and play Sporkle. Not now. I've been on for 3.5 hours, guys. I've been on for 3.5 hours. Okay. McCuster was a good guess, guys. Last one. What can I do for the last one? Oh, Jackie, I thought you were saying today he would come on. That is true. That is true. You know what, chat? Let's save the other gift card for later on in the week. The other gift card later on in the week. Shout out to Dubas for getting that one. Guess my wedding date. That's gonna be tough because I don't even know it. Let's guess. Let's save it for later on in the week. Appreciate everybody hanging out for a mega long, super duper long stream here on KCSN Live. Hopefully you guys had fun. I had fun hanging out with y'all, talking about everything going on in the NFL trade deadline. A little bit bummer that the Chiefs didn't make a move, but life goes on. Life goes on, chat. You guys know how it goes. I'll be at the KCSN World Headquarters tomorrow to be doing the live stream for you. We'll talk about ball maps, a bunch of other stuff coming up too. Stay with us. I'll see you tomorrow.